Okay, I forgot my glove too. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna ask the question before I even bother. Earlier, a lot of people wanted me to go live and can the rest of this brisket. I thought about making a video, or I was gonna go live before I go to sleep. Junie Lane, Junie Lane is down for the pound. Okay. Um, if nobody else want to see this, where Led at, y'all? Hope he ain't doing something crazy. Lady Led gonna give him some. Lady Led is right here in front of me. So she in here, she down with me. Round 3. That's how I like that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change the title to round 3. So if we want to do this, won't be too many people down with it. Guava, Adrian, guava. I'm gonna need this. So I'm just gonna get it cracking, okay? Because it's gonna take about an hour. I got everything already ready and prepared to go. I'm gonna just show you right off the bat, okay? How are you? Hey, how you doing, Ed? Good to see you. Valerie Moore, Cropper Corn. This is what's left of that brisket that I've been showing y'all all week. Okay? All I got on it right now is pepper. I don't have it seasoned or anything because I actually kind of made a little mistake. It's what do you call them? Little happy mistakes. I bought some beef broth that I was gonna put in it, but I've never seen this kind before. True story. It's a beef broth paste. I've never used it before. I've never seen it before. Lady Led says she knows about it, so I'm going off her word. So, oh yeah, beef based. So I'm gonna just use this and we're gonna go for what we know. Now, here's the deal. Somebody said, no, sir. What's wrong? Goddess Leo. What's wrong? No, sir, what, Goddess Leo? Hey, Erica Jones. Arogi said that's the best. It's the concentrated one. So I better not use too much. Oh, it's better than bouillon. It's amazing. Okay, this is some good stuff. That's good to know. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know that, because I've never seen this or used this before. This was an accident of me rushing last week when I got that brisket. I told you I had a Mini Cooper full of brisket, and I went and picked this up on the way home. Just got my canner today. Good. Well, you ready to get into it, and I am too. So I'm going to show y'all right off the bat. I got my meat ready. I got it cut up in cubes. That sounds crazy. Got my meat ready. And only use ingredients from your garden. Yeah, you can when you got it. When you can't, you do what you got to do. I'm not canning for cuteness. I'm canning for survival. Okay? Tanya Pilgrim said, I'm canning chicken right now. So I'm totally with you. I'm totally in agreement, but I don't have this stuff in my garden at the very moment. Okay, said this bouillon is better than bouillon. It's good stuff. There's a brand called Better Than Bouillon. Oh, right. I've heard that. Mama, daughter, sister always talk about that. I'm going to end up getting some when I find some. What's up, SEI Family Garden? What's up, Sapper Gardner? My man in the house. So what's going on, man? I'm going to just go ahead and can this. This is going to be one of the ways that we can can off-grid, because cook off-grid, because you don't have to be pressure canning with this, and we don't need a stove to use this either. So, oh great, I'm canning the beef brisket. Let's get going. Get cracking right now, y'all. So, I'm going to spin this camera around. Lady Led don't want y'all seeing her nighttime gear. Okay. So, right off the bat, I already got my jars going and everything. So, right now, we do not need that. Put that to the side. Y'all remember, do me a favor, okay? Do me a favor. Remind me of stuff when I'm messing up, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I'm going for what I know. Straight out of low cash. Honey, I need tongs. Tongs. These are too big. No, we gonna just get hood with it. Need no tongs, trying to look all cute. I'm gonna do the best I can do and try to answer y'all the best I can. But let me get the hard part out the way. All right. It's like riding a bike. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I did some canning. So first thing first, I'm gonna get one of these cans out. No, before I even do that, let me fill up my pot with some warm water and get it rocking. I know this is the annoying part. This the annoying part, because I'm going to keep swinging y'all like we in a disco. I got to put 3 inches in here. 3 inches of water in my canner. It's not that much meat left. I told you I spread that big brisket all over my whole family. My sister, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my mama, us, some in the freezer. Chop some up right here for brisket, and then I'm gonna have a little surprise for y'all too. Man, that feels fast. That should do it. I'm gonna measure that just to be on the up and up. Okay, that's good. All right, y'all. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get these jars emptied out. Now remember, listen close. You see them jars up there? That's just some of them. The rest of them in a whole nother room. I'm a student of the game. Homestead Hart showed me how to do this. So we all in this together, okay? If you here to learn, I ain't gonna lie to you. You might want to tune out because we in this together. I'm showing you my follies as a new canner. I've only been doing this for a couple of months now. Y'all know that. All right? So if you see me messing up, that's the real deal. So I am going to be raw packing this. I'm not going to saute the meat, even though a lot of people say you should saute it. Today, I'm not going to do that. Not today. Maybe next round. Next round when I got time. Be preparing that much meat. First thing I did was shave the meat down. It had a lot of fat on it, but as you can see, I also left it really good and marbled. I left a little fat on there for marbling, for flavor. So I'm gonna put that over there for now. Now, first thing first, it's this doggone tripod. It's bigger than I thought. Let me move the tripod over here. It's bigger than I thought. I can't operate properly. I can't propolate. All right. So I'm just gonna jam this meat. First, I'm gonna get some of this goo in here. I've never dealt with this. I thought I was gonna have some powder, some cubes or some powder. Almost didn't do this at all, but I said, you know what? If people don't want to see this, I'll cut it off. And trust me, I understand. I don't even know how I'm gonna get this goo out of here. Nobody ever used this paste before? We all about to find out. Nobody ever used this stuff before? Dilute that first. Add water to this. It didn't say nothing about no 1 cup per quart. Damn. 1 tablespoon. Stock broth. 1 cup, 1 quart. 1 cup is 1 tablespoon. Okay. 1 Stop. Tablespoon of base, 1 cup of water. So we doing all right. We doing all right. So that's about right there. That one little teaspoon. So we on point. Cause I don't want this, listen, I don't want this super flavored up, okay? This ain't Chef Ramsay. Yeah, it's gonna dilute when I put this water in here. Or the juices. Dilute, 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 dilute. Yep, that meat will let off tons of liquid. Right. It's going to mix with the seasoning, all the stuff that I've canned up here. Let me show you something real quick before we get into this. Just to show you. I'm new, but I ain't that new. Once you put that seasoning down here, when it's cooking and bubbling that good food in there and swirling it around, it's going to mix all into that meat. So diluting it with water and stuff, that's going to be too much. Yes, it's very salty. That's why I only used a little bit. I'm not using no whole tablespoon of that mess. Because this is why. Because when I want to use this meat, I don't know what I'm going to end up using it for. It could be used for anything, some kind of other soup, different recipes, so I don't want to over season it. All I did was put pepper in it for right now. You're using too much for that size jar. You know what? It said put a tablespoon per cup in the directions. And I'm going to tell you what I use. See that? It said a tablespoon. This is 1/4 teaspoon. So I know some of this stuff looked different on camera. I didn't want a lot of this mess in my jar. So I ain't tasting it. I kind of don't even want to use it, frankly. Matter of fact, you know what? I ain't using this. I don't care. I'm going straight up salt and pepper. I'm going to leave them 2 jars, and this is what we going to do. I ain't too sure about that stuff. This is what we going to do. I'm going to go ahead. I already peppered him up. I'm going to throw a little salt in him and let him ride. That way, you can't lose. What we going to do, though, soon, once these is done, I'm going to come back and do a quick snippet, and I'm going to actually open a jar. I've never opened none of my jars and tasted none of my stuff. I'm going to open this jar, and I'm going to eat this mess and see what happens. All right, so let's get popping. All right. Y'all with me? I'm just go ahead and get this in here the best way I know how, because I can't find my tongs. Ain't nothing ready when you want it to be ready. Any other canners in the house? I heard somebody canning chicken. See all this fat? See all that fat? That's going to turn into like juices, gravy. Do 1 jar, brother. I'm going to just go ahead and knock them both out. It ain't going to hurt nothing. This is for survival. Ain't nobody going to be critiquing my culinary skills in the apocalypse. Look, it's actually less meat than I even thought in here. I'm going to give that I'm going to try to find a smaller piece so I can give it this inch of head space. Yeah, it's going to, I'm glad I just used smaller jars, because I was going to use big, giant quart jars. I thought I still had a whole monster piece of brisket after I got done busting him down and shit spreading him around. We ain't doing too bad. I ain't going to need half of these jars. Inch of head space. Boom. I'm only doing a couple jars at a time. maybe I need my paper towels. This was not a good idea.
What's wrong?
Just, I did not want that that beef goo stuff. I don't like that. I don't like the way it looked. Nothing. I don't like nothing about that stuff.
You didn't thin it out?
Man, that's what they were saying. No, because I don't want it to taste like beef goo. I didn't want to season it like that. You know.
What did you get it for?
I just wanted a little hint of something. I didn't want to be sitting here eating on whatever that is. It don't matter. I'm about to salt and pepper that sucker right out the gate.
I was about to say it's beef. It's already beef flavored.
Yeah, no thank you.
I'm talking about.
Oh, the meat? You talking about my meat or you talking about this meat? Oh, no, look. Everybody say hello, Lady Led. They said tell them, Lady Led. So I'm getting my pump ready to wipe my jars down. Let me get you back downstairs. Y'all know good and well this wasn't nothing about to be right about this. Oh, I ain't even, look at there. I'm jumping the gun. Let me get my little. Hey, babe. Man, I need a favor. See, I'm gonna see if she can't make me some of that goo. I can get another hunk of meat in that sucker. Get this thing. It's like I could feel the heat coming off the meat. Out the pot. Never mind, honey. I ain't gonna bother with you. I'm gonna leave you alone.
What you need?
Just some paper towels. I just didn't want to be running back and forth.
What else? What else near you?
A kiss. You. You know I get nervous without you.
Get out of here with that.
And you know that's good.
What else?
That's it. That's it.
You need something else.
You
What
know I
is
do.
it? Some tongs. What else?
Tongs. No, I got that covered. I'm hood with it. I don't care. All right. Got that cleaned up. I'm watching y'all, listening to y'all, and get my little magnet popping off. Get my little, I'm over here boiling my stuff down. Hand tight. Slap him in the pot, son. So y'all can see him bubbling. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on rolling. Clean this one up. Oh, I hear him. We're gonna leave that with the little gooey paste. I might be able to maybe squeeze one more piece of meat in that sucker. This is where things get a little weird. Because I don't want to go past that inch head space. I've seen what happened when you go past it. You got to do some real crazy. Okay, this is a perfect little chunk. Good, because I didn't want to go to having to cut meat, cut my meat. That's packed as it's gonna get. And y'all were like, why ain't you using the funnel? Man, I ain't got time for that funnel. long as you clean that rim good, you good. And this meat ain't going nowhere. Let me see. It makes its own liquid. Yes, it does. It makes its own liquid. Now, how you see me doing it right now, I'm going to show you. How you see me doing this right now is the same way I did these over here. The exact same way. The only difference here is I just used like salt and pepper. That juice came from the meat. See it in there? I didn't put no juices in there. That came directly from the meat. So I'm just going by what all the people I watch have showed me and taught me. I'm not making none of this up myself. The only thing so far I made up is I ain't using no funnel. Yeah, I'm doing a cold pack, raw pack, cold pack, rat pack, wolf pack. Now, this time, I'm just going to use a little bit of sea salt. I'm not going into, where's my sea salt? I'm not going into all that nonsense. Every sky will be blue as long as you're loving me, baby. This is all I'm doing. A little half teaspoon of salt. Do the trick of pink sea salt. That's all I need. I already got pepper in there. I'm not going no crazier than that. Because I don't know what this is going to end up being. I don't know what I'm going to end up turning this meal into. It could be some beef stew. It could be some sandwiches. Beef gumbo. I don't want it too salty. I'd rather it be bland than salty. Now, I think I could probably pull off one more jar. I think I might be able to fit at least one more pint out of this bad boy. Get some more of that. Get on up off of that thing. All right. That's enough of that. Now let's pop this meat. Go on here, pop that meat. Need the tongs. I ain't need that doggone funnel. He be getting in my way. Waste of time. I seen this older guy. He never used no funnel, right? And I was like, oh, he's doing it wrong. He's not using a funnel. Because I was still learning myself. And the first thing he said right when I was saying, he ain't using no funnel. He like, screw them funnel. That gets all in your way. That's one more step you got to remember. And as long as you go ahead and clean it all up good and whatnot, you'll be all right. And it made sense to me, you know. Everything he said made perfect sense to me. As long as you clean it up good, you make sure you debubble it and whatnot, and get your meat down in there, pack him in tight. I said, all right, that makes perfect sense to me now. I ain't never met this man a day in my life, but that funnel do get cumbersome, especially when you're doing meat. Now, I can see jam and stuff where you pouring liquids in here. That's a whole nother ball game. But dealing with meats, that gets dumb. In my own opinion anyway. I'm new, so y'all know I'm probably sounding ignorant to all you OGs out there. I could use another slab of meat. I thought I might be able to use 3, maybe not. Put that one little wiener in there. That right there to me is the most important part. That inch of head space to me, that's everything to me. Because that's where I messed up the first time. I don't think we're gonna need that jar. Because I didn't leave that inch of head space. And I tried to pack it on in there to the rim. And trust me, I had a mess. And another time, I didn't pack it enough, trying to fill up more jars where I should have just, either froze that meat. Like I've heard a lot of y'all say, freeze that meat if you don't need it, right? And wait till your next batch. Or go ahead and cook that for dinner tonight. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I can get one more little wiener in there. One more little tidbit without acting up. And these other cubes, I'm going to just go ahead and save that for dinner. Now we're going to do what the old man told us to do. Clean it up real good. So, pump him up. How y'all doing? I'm seeing you. I'm looking at the thing now. Pack it into inch head space. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure it's packed good up to that inch head space, because I'm telling you, I messed up and I had to redo a lot of mess. I had to clean up a lot of mess when I did that. Get your hands in there and pack it. No thanks. This worked good for me. If this tool don't do it, see what I'm saying? I be looking for air in there. Get that sucker down in that. You had me with a hammer in a minute. Somebody said, get your hand in there. Put your foot down in there. Get a toenail stuck in the jar. I know y'all hardcore canners be with that. That kind of talk scares us newbies. Get your arm off up in it. Makes us nervous. I'm going to tell y'all something while I'm doing this. Because I want all, do me a favor, show of hands, it's like 400 people in here. Show of hands, how many people have been canning for years and know what you're talking about? You know your canning inside and out. See, that's right there, that's messing with my head space. I just can't do it. The last time, that was a nightmare. How many people, show of hands, been canning for years? Canning for years. Canning for years. Show of hands. And all this meat gonna shrink down anyway. Show of hands, anybody else? Cam P, Dagny Dargett. Okay, Myra McLean. Okay. For all my OG canners, I'm going to give you a little advice from a new canner, brand new greenhorn, okay? That's enough of that towel. We get a new one. I'm going to say this, then I'm going to get this stuff in the can. Listen, for all the OG canners that have been canning for years, canning since they was kids, canning next to their grandmamas and grandpappies or whatever, you know your stuff inside and out. But you know what scares people that never done it before is when you come in and you telling them to do special little tweaks that you know how to do that's above and beyond. You want to start with the basics. Imagine this. Imagine you don't know how to shoot a firearm. I do. I'm a pro. And if I come in like, no, you standing wrong, you holding it wrong, that's not how you pull the trigger. Get your finger off the trigger. Put your finger back up here. Why is the gun not on safety? Put the gun on safety. Why is not your magazine? Did you check your magazine? Did you check your chamber? If I come in doing that, it make you so nervous with something so dangerous, you never want to do it again. A lot of us men do that in training exercises when we're training our wives and training other women to shoot a firearm, or better yet, even a person that has never shot a firearm and is kind of on the border of not wanting them and totally against them. If you come in there scaring them like that, they will have a negative feeling, they'll have a negative experience, and they'll never understand how much positivity goes into something like that. If you come in barking orders at them and telling them your way, how you stand, no. I'm not a teacher, but she is. And I can tell you one thing that I know for one fact. If you don't, you start with the basics. Start with the basics. Let them know the basics in advance. Because I know about firearms. And trust me, I've watched so many people on the range training somebody else on Woman's Day at the range. And you know what? No, you're holding it wrong. Babe, no, come on, turn around. Look, don't put the gun like that. Don't set it down. Did you check your chamber? And you know what? I've heard a billion times. Look, take me home. I don't want to do this no more. Oh, you just gonna just punk out like, no, I don't want to do this no more. It's not that. You just turn an experience into a horror story that she's going to just keep repeating over and over and over again. And then she'll end up becoming one of the people that's anti-gun, anti-firearm, anti-protection, all because of an experience with you. Canning can be dangerous too. This thing is a big giant bomb on my stove, just like a firearm. And when people start coming in, because I've watched a lot of old G-canners tell a lot of new G-canners, greenhorns, how it's done. And I've even heard them say, that ain't how you do it. That ain't how you do it. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is how I do it. When you do that, you'll make a greenhorn. And I've had these emails, and I can show you. I've had these emails like, listen, I'm cool. I've had this canner for like 5 months, and listening to a couple people, I can't do it. Scare them off. So that right there, you know. Right, can't hide and make you anti-husband too. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if your instructor is forceful and not with it, and they just want you to do things their way. And I'm not talking about the basics. I'm talking about because you ain't, put like this, everybody got an ego, no matter what it is. Every firearm instructor wants you to be military. You ain't military. You just trying to protect your home. But he wants you standing like you in Afghanistan. He wants your stance right. Oh, keep your butt down. Get down. Crouch down. Straighten up your back. You doing damn Pilates before you even pull the trigger. Right? Learn the basics first. Before I ever teach anybody or take anybody to the range, you know what I do? I let them practice with a doggone BB gun with no BBs in it. Just to know how it feels and practice the basics. The basics. Keep your finger off the trigger. Same thing with this cannon. When people bark at you, it makes you nervous. And you don't want to do it no more. And I've watched a lot of people so far over the last 3 or 4 months, like, yeah, I'm cool. I'll just keep cooking my food. I'll just buy another deep freezer. And, just saying. Let's get back into this and back to action. I just had to throw that out there real quick because it's a lot of OGs that's teaching us greenhorns. And I love it and I respect you for it. Just saying, basics first. Pop them basics at us, and we'll always follow you. Hit us with them basic moves, and we'll always be down with you. But when you scare us, oh, you're gonna burn your arm off. Don't use so much pace. That salt is gonna jump in your eyeball. That stuff, we already trying to remember every step by step, Don't use that. My grandmama used to use baking powder. That stuff makes us nervous. And it also don't help if you got about 400 people watching you either. So when you got an audience and you don't half-ass know what you doing, that just makes you pucker out a little bit, if you dig what I'm saying. Make your boy pucker out. Wipe him down. Yeah, I'm going to save these last few cubes for our intermission. That's what I do. Anybody got anything to say about what I just said? Because listen, I'm new. Okay, I ain't snapping on nobody. I'm a new guy, and I'm just, giving you my perspective, and that's it. Got that finger tight, just finger tight. Homestead Heart said just finger tight. So, okay, I don't got as much stuff as I thought I was going to have. So, that's a blessing and a curse. So, as you can see, I only got 4 pints in here. I pulled out the 921 for that, but it is what it is. Okay, so now, where's my lid? Okay. Now here come the scary part. Number one, before you go to cutting on heat and stuff, make sure you got your weight somewhere close by. Because one day I started pressure canning and I could not find my weight. And while it's sitting there bubbling and stuff, I got nervous. So have that right there. So I'm going to put this on. This is why I like the 921 better, because it fits on my oven top. My oven top. I don't have the space. Like, has anybody seen Essie the Homesteader? Essie, let me turn this so I can get this on a notch. You got to make sure this arrow on an All-American, that arrow is on this notch right here. See it notched out? Anybody watch Essie the Homesteader? She been knocking them out. She been knocking it out the box. Where's my arrow at? I'm cutting up now. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. No, no lid, no. Did you see what I did wrong? Who know what I just did wrong? Yeah, Essie ain't no joke. She said she wasn't gonna play when she got a canner. Anybody know? Add vinegar to the water to make the jars nice, not cloudy. Okay. Anybody know what I just did? Nikita Lewis. Oiled my lid on an All-American. Let's get back to it. On an All-American canner, there's no rubber seal. It's metal on metal. I've already sterilized my top and sterilized inside. Didn't put no oil on. Thank you. So, bam! I got my KY jelly, about to pop him in. Petroleum jelly, petroleum jelly, petroleum jelly, petroleum. Don't use KY jelly. Petroleum jelly. And I'm just gonna go around the rim. Oh my God, don't use it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's a whole nother cooking show. Whole nother cooking show all together. Start putting KY jelly on stuff. Matter of fact, that's the midnight episode of canning, where things get a little weird in the greenhouse lounge. I'm gonna grease that whole, all you need is a thin layer of oil. I tried to use olive oil, vegetable oil, and I'm gonna do this whole rim. Everywhere that lid gonna sit. And olive oil, it kind of got stuck on me. It didn't want to open up. Vegetable oil, same thing. So I went back to my petroleum jelly. It ain't like you gonna eat this stuff, so don't get nervous about that. And I'm gonna grease around my lid, all around this edge. Thin little layer of that, and the top. Let me get this over here so you can see me a little better. Up under here too, where that's gonna be touching. Yeah, no petroleum jelly, y'all. I mean, no KY. Please, it won't work the same. I don't think. We is trying to get that off, right? We're trying to slide it off, slide the top. I don't know. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Let's not do that. Let's stick with the petroleum. Okay. Oil this whole lid up. It's a little different. I used to have a Presto and I sold it. And now I just got a All-American, so I don't even know how to use a Presto yet. But you ain't got to do none of this. From what I hear, Presto is way easier than this. You just got to make sure your rubber seal is clean and fresh. Okay. Here we go. All right. All right, put the lid on, turn it, lock it. Make sure the arrow is on the notch. And now, we're gonna close it up. I'm just gonna snug it. I don't like tightening it, because you don't know if this lid is on even or not. I found that to be a real big deal. If it's kind of off and kind of lopsided, you're gonna have some trouble. Maybe that's my own experience, I don't know. But I just snug him up. And then I go for it, and I go crossway. That side, this side, this side. Crisscross crash. One thing I learned, it ain't gotta be like, don't make it so you can't open it. I made that mistake too. Now, it all begins. Leave your weight. I will be using, my area is 10 pounds of pressure. So, let me cut my oven on over here. And I'm gonna cut that on high for now. It don't take that long for this to heat up. And then we're gonna wait for a constant steam to come out of that valve right there. It's gonna be spitting and gurgling and bubbling for a minute. Then I'm gonna wait for that constant steam. Once that constant steam come up, hey, Angela Clark, then we're gonna start rocking and rolling, okay? So, in the meantime, let me bring y'all downstairs. In the meantime, what's popping? Whew. It's been a long day. All right, it's okay to be nervous. Yeah, oh, I'm good. I'm good. The thing is, ain't nothing wrong being nervous. It's just sometimes you can be, you can be unnecessarily nervous. Because if people keep barking over you, over your back, it makes you even more nervous. And think about this. Have you ever had 400, 500 people watching you while you're doing something that you're not, let me cut this eye off. That one jar. Have you ever had an audience watching you when you're trying to do something that you're new at? That just makes everything all the worse. What's in the glass, lad? Kool-Aid. No, it's just wine. My sister was over and we had a little wine earlier. Anna, where did you find it? Okay, anybody else canning? Hey, Sharon Carson. As a matter of fact, this is gonna be crazy. I've washed my glove like I washed my hands. Get my utensils washed too. I got a tub of sterile, sanitized water over here where I put everything up. When I'm here in your arms, life feels so wonderful. I could have got it dry. All right, family. My lover. Anybody else? Let me see. No, sir. I'm off today. Whew, I wish I was off tomorrow. I got an eye appointment, but they ain't emailed me back. So I don't know whether they still a go or not. Now I'm singing. Chris McDonald. What happened? I canned tomato sauce. Oh, Game Nerd Mom said I canned tomato sauce. I canned some too with sausage in it. So it's kind of like a sausage spaghetti sauce. Fresh out the garden too, with all my fresh tomatoes and the frozen tomatoes. Canning will be good for peppers when the time comes where food would not be in the grocery store. Yes, that's what we all doing this for right now. Kathy LeClaire says she canning applesauce right now. Had to take a break from canning, running out of room to store it. That is my problem. I got a shelf out in the garage. We working on this right now that I want to bring in the house. Thank you, All in the Soil. You the man. Thank you so much. Say, Led, you the real MVP of 2020. Shh. Man, I wish. We got so many good gardeners out there, man, that's really doing it and trying, going for broke. That's all I ask. Just go for it. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of OGs in here. People have been canning their whole life. But I'm going to tell you right now, for all the new canners watching me, now that we asked how many OGs do we got, how many new canners do we got? Show of hands, how many new canners in the house? I'm one of them. I can raise a hand this time. I ain't teaching you, man. I'm a student. I'm a student to the game. Homestead Heart teaching me. I'm just learning from her. And doing my own research too. Okay? I still read. I read a lot of my books. I watch a lot of videos. You still got to do that. I just start canning this year. No liquid in the jar. You don't put liquid in it. Well, I ain't going to say that. Let me show you again what I do with my examples. Oh, right here. I don't put liquid in a jar because look, you see that? You see that liquid? That came fresh from the meat. I raw packed that too, cold packed that too. All that liquid came right out of the meat. So that's been seasoned. All I did was put a little salt at the bottom. And look, if I add liquid in there, it's just going to probably not even seal right. Because watch what happens when it's done canning. That meat going to shrink up, but watch how much liquid be inside that jar. That's the only reason I know that and I can speak on it. I made that mistake. I made the mistake of going too far over my inch head space. I made the mistake of adding juice when you shouldn't have added no juice because the meat gonna make its own juice. I've messed up a couple times. I just ain't did no videos about it. I've talked about it. Let me see. Roll up the meat and place in jars. That sounds like a good idea too. Are you supposed to use hot jars with cold packing? Nah, you might not. But I did. I was just sterilizing my jars. So that's how I've been doing it. It ain't hurt nothing. I heard you can use cold jars as long as they've been sterilized, but the meat is fairly room temperature too. That's thermal. Who said that? That's thermal shock. That's thermal shock. If that meat is cold and you put it in a hot jar, that's thermal shock. That meat is room temperature. And did you see how long I was talking while those jars was on the countertop? That it ain't that extreme, but you right. Hey, Led, never canned a thing in my life, but this is entertaining. It's fun. It's fun. And I'm going to say this for all the people that raise their hand as new canners. Let me level with you. I am new to this game. My very first video was what, 2 months ago or something like that? I'm new. If you see what I'm doing, if I can do this, man, anybody can. Let's straighten something out. Don't confuse my garden gangsterism with this pressure canner. This is not my field yet. This is not my profession yet. Homestead Heart ain't no joke. That's who I've been watching. That's my mentor with this cannon. Just like the cuttings, Rose 5150 taught me how to do cuttings. Before I was great at it, I followed the leader. She was the one. Okay? So I'm telling you, for all the new canners, you gonna be scared. I ain't gonna lie to you and tell you not gonna be scared. You gonna be scared. You gonna be nervous. You gonna keep watching everything. You gonna keep watching the doggone gauge and watching the steamer. I still do it. You see me nervous? Look, what y'all can't see is I got this fan going, but y'all saw me sweating earlier, right? Them is nerves. Them is nerves. You don't have to sterilize if pressure canning or water bathing over 10 minutes. Over 10 minutes. You know what? I've heard that, but I just feel safer just sterilizing them anyway. I know, that's some OG talking, in the book, but I always look at it like this. If the safety measure, if you do an extra safety measure that's really not taking you around the block and out of the way, why not? Why not do that one extra safety measure? I'm not pressed for time. And I think that one extra safety measure won't hurt you to do it. Now, I could be wrong, but I feel safer doing as many safety measures as I can. It ain't gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? I know that's like you don't have to do all of that. I just feel a little safer knowing that I sterilized my jars first. A lot of people say, and they've told me, you don't gotta do that. I know I don't. I know. Said, no, my sister at Homestead Heart is a canning queen. Yes, she is. She ain't no joke with it. Homestead Heart. And if you ain't been over to Homestead Heart channel, go over there and watch Homestead Heart can. She even cans butter. You heard me? She canning beans and butter. So right there, once I watched enough of her videos, I was like, yep, she the one. I'm sticking to her like glue. I ain't never seen nobody can no butter. Butter? What happened, GG2-5? Davita Braxton, no reason to do both. If you need to sterilize one way, is fine. Boil is generally. See all the different ways? Guava, Stephen Lewis. Guava, my friend. All the different ways, there's one good basic way. That's what I'm trying to stick with, which is this. Sterilize everything, even if you don't have to. That way I don't have to be like, why is this jar popping open? Maybe I should have sterilized. That is already off the list, scratched off the list, because I know I sterilized all my tools, my cans, my pots, everything. Did I cut this stove on? Okay, I'm hearing it now. I was like, that sucker taking his own sweet damn time. So we ain't got to start timing until I get that steady string. Yeah, I keep hearing him whistle every now and then. Whistle while you twerk. That's about to happen in a minute. Every time I start canning, I think that in my head. I know that's sick, but I know. Diane Lobby said, well, that came out wrong. I wish I would have seen what that was, Diane. I cannot live without butter. Right, well, you know what? She over there canning it. Homestead Heart is canning it. She ain't no joke, and she be doing it while she laughing and joking. I'll be like, my nerves be hurting just watching her, and I'm like, she having fun. She ain't even looking, she ain't measuring, you know what I'm saying, all like me, like, okay, 1 teaspoon. You see, I just gave up on that beef juice. Screw that. That's too many steps. Add some salt to that junk. You know, I know that whistle though, right, Britt? I know. That's that. Don't get me started. I was starting getting my can of stuff ready, and I started doing that while Lady Lead was doing a video, and I walked in on her video singing that. She's like, you just messed up my whole video. Because I was singing the words, you know. I write the lyrics after, and I'm singing that, and she like, really? Yo, you just, what are you doing? I'm recording. I said, you got to say your words right. You got to let me know what you're doing. I mean, I'm in the house, you know. Let me see. Question: after I sanitize the jars in the water bath, can I then put the jars in the oven while hot packing? See, that's beyond my them yin yang twins. I wish they come back. I'm tired of mumble. Come back, yin yang. They was like borderline mumble anyway with the whisper song. So I just come back, take it back up a level. I know that's in my head, Angela Clark. Let me see. I do all the canning. My husband does all the dehydrating. You know what? It's the other way around here. Lady Leia used to do the canning. She did water bath canning, but now I do the pressure canning. That's, let me see, I can't see with the words moving. That's the dehydrator right there. She the dehydrating queen. Matter of fact, she dehydrated some peaches. I didn't even know she did it. Whistle while you can. I'm in here clowning. So, okay. Let me see. The whisper song. The whisper song, boy. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Once this, dehydrating is so easy, even I do it, but she got the patience to be cutting stuff up into little slices. I like jamming stuff in them jars and go ahead and do what I do. Yin yang cannon. That's what we doing. Only reason I went live, because everybody said, please come back and do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I said, I'm going to make a video. Go live. Okay. That's 3 lives in a day. That's 2 live, crew. Any beef jerky. I have not did jerky yet, but I will be soon. Because I got 5 more than briskets. I will be doing it. Charlotte Paxton, not trying to make you nervous. D-Treat, anyone not to can, I have learned from experience. Oh, I don't know what was said. The meat cooking in the jar. Yes, the meat is literally being pressure cooked inside of the jar. Chris McDonald said, I've made a lot of jerky. It's so good. Yes, it is. That's coming next. But I got a lot of stuff on my list we about to do. We about to do some smoking. Not that kind of smoking. We're going to smoke some of this meat. We're going to dehydrate and make some jerky. We already canning this brisket. Let me see. Zach Price, I only have one brisket leg. Man, that's okay, because that thing big, man. I'm telling you, we still got some in the refrigerator. Whew. I told you can't eat that much meat, boy. I get tired of eating that. My son lives in another state than me. We're both interested in gardening, and I told him to watch your channel. Thank you so much, Irene. Thank you so much. So I'll make sure I watch when I'm doing the whisper song and stuff, just in case. I don't know if he underage or not. But thank you. What's the best canning equipment for beginners? Please go to Homestead Heart and let her tell you. I don't want to give that kind of information and steer you down the wrong path. Now I'm gonna tell you what was good for me. The Presto canner seemed to be easier, because you ain't got to be greasing the lids and stuff. You just got to worry about that rubber ring if it's okay. I went with an All-American. Ain't no different. Trust me. Number one, go get something you can afford, something cheap. Don't go crazy with it like I did. And the little kit, the kit is so simple. I'm going to show you what it is. It ain't nothing to it. All the kit is, well, some of it is in the sink. But all it is, okay, basically like this. All you got is your debubbler, a funnel, a thing to grab the jars, and a little magnet on a stick. That's it. Some Prestos do got a gauge. Some of them don't. Miss Mama Daughter Sister uses a Presto canner without a gauge on it. I think she got 2 now. I think she got 2 without a gauge, or 1 with a gauge and 1 without a gauge. Look. Let me tell you, little mama, let me sit you right here. The whisper song was happening. See this? You see the blackness on the walls? That's for me almost setting this joker on fire. My homeboy called and told me some crazy stuff, and I had Some old grease in here bubbling. My son said, Dad, we're gonna die. Dude, man, don't be scaring me. Then I looked in the kitchen, now kitchen on fire. We still ain't took care of it yet. Cause I wanna redo this. You see how big my kitchen is? Remember I told y'all how big my kitchen is? You can't tell by being right here. That's where I'm usually sitting at right there. Way over there. And my kitchen still goes over this way. This is a big ass kitchen. It's huge. So to remodel that, it's gonna cost some money. So I'm working on that. So that's why I ain't even gonna paint it. I'm just cook up in this mug. For 5 years, I was cooking on a damn fireplace. I ain't trying to impress nobody. So this is it. You ain't gonna hardly be able to see the steam. You ain't gonna be able to see the steam until see all the water dripping down. That's coming from the steam. I can't zoom in on it good enough. You see it, there you go. You can see it a little better there. And it don't hurt either. I used to think you'll burn your meat off, but you won't. So now I'm just gonna wait until it's a perfect steam, because it's still kind of spitting and spoofing. We don't need no water, Terry Smith. Let that sucker burn. No, we didn't. I put that sucker out. I took my shirt and drawers off to put that fire out. Hey, truth and delight and truth, light, and joy. So I like to wait till that my gauge start moving up, and then I start looking at that steam again. Jenny Lee says my Presto canner doesn't have a gauge. Gauge have to be inspected at least once a year for accuracy. Yes, that's very true. Robin Murphy, I made homemade Homestead Heart strawberry and pineapple jam first time canner. Congratulations. That's what I want everybody saying. That they canned. First time canner. So again, for everybody that don't know, I'm gonna wait till that go up a little bit, okay? So for everybody that don't know, I'm new to this. So if I look like I don't know what I'm doing, because I know a lot of people looking like, this fool don't know what he's doing. Kinda not. I got a lot of delicious jellies, jams, preserves, all this stuff I've been making in the last 2 or 3 months. And I check the tops constantly. I'm always touching that top to make sure that I did it right. So it's still sealed after, what is this, 10, 21? This, I ain't gonna turn this over, but this is pork chops. And I was just testing it out. Pork chops on 8/12/20. So 2 months ago on the 12th, I throw these pork chops in a jar. So my gauge is starting to move. I just finished, Dimples Rich said, I just finished my previous video and I'm still cracking up. Ain't it crazy? It's just crazy. Target says, yes, I have been watching instead. Homestead Heart, this is my mentor. Yes, she is. She ain't no gang, she ain't no joke. Let me see. Guys, check out Rose Red channel. She's a lot of canning instructions too. Yeah, you know what? I'm sticking with my Homestead Heart. I ain't saying nobody else don't know how to can. It's just, you know what? I shop around. I did my shopping around and I stopped on Homestead Heart like, I get it. She was the one. You might see that a whole different way with somebody else. But when I stopped on her, I was like, she made me feel a little bit calmer about doing this. And once I did it, I was like, when the camera ain't on me, I don't even be thinking. I just go ahead, boom, 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 knock it out. But when the camera on me, you know, jokes and silliness ain't gonna save you from this pressure canner. So, yeah, she ain't no joke. I ain't saying nobody else ain't great, because I'm sure there's a lot of great people canning. But she the truth for me. That's how I learned from her. 2% say, Led, I see you so much, I feel like we live with you. I feel like you live with me too. I be talking to y'all like y'all one of my cousins. Let me see. V Solo said love her because she keep it simple. That's what got me. I didn't want to hear all that. 2 tablespoons. Turn left. Don't do that. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that. Look, this is all you do. Put it in here like that. Boom, bam, boom. Next thing you know, stuff is steaming and bubbling. Next thing you know, she pulling it out, it's done. And you like, what just happened? It can't be that easy. And she laughed while she doing the whole thing. Okay, y'all see my pressure gauge going up? My steam is starting to steady out a little bit. And I got my steam going right now for 10 minutes. I forgot to announce that. Right, she said, yes, you can. That's what she say. She make it look easy. 2% say, yeah, Homestead Heart make it look easy. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's just that easy. It really is that easy. It's like, you do be nervous. You're going to be nervous if this your first time. But after you do it, it kind of reminds me of something else. What was I so nervous about that for? You know? Let me see. Rhonda says, hot pack, hot jars, hot water. Right. Okay, how do chicken turn out? This is turkey. Let me see. Is this turkey or chicken? That's chicken breast. That's chicken breast right there. See it? It made its own juices. So if you don't know, let's see when we did this. This was the first meat I canned. I canned this in 5, 15, 20. And it still looked like the day I did it. That's chicken breast. I did chicken breast and chicken leg. The only thing I haven't done was put no chicken in, no whole bone in the jar yet. I might have done it wrong. It was mushy. I did Homestead Heart canned rice. I wasn't a fan of it. I might have done it wrong. I'd rather just store my rice. Like, get a Mylar bag and some 5-gallon buckets. That's how I store my stuff. I didn't want to waste no jars either. Do you season the chicken first? I put pepper in it, mixed it up, and I put a fourth teaspoon of pink salt in the jar, and then put the meat in. That's the only seasoning I did. Because when I take that out the jar, I don't know what dish I'm going to want to make with it. Now, I do got spaghetti sauce in there that I made that I know what it's going to be for. And I put some sausage in them junks, some fresh tomatoes out the garden, seasoned them up right, cooked them up tight. I know what he do. Matter of fact, watch this. Pop him out real quick. See what I'm saying? Look here. That's that tomato sauce, son. What? I know he right. He got some sausage in him, son. Some mushrooms. You know, fresh garden tomatoes in there. What you know about doing with that? That's that thing right there. So that's my tomato sauce. And these is my pears, Asian pears, that I got off of my route, one of my routes back in 1820. Asian pears. Don't be scared of this, because once you do it, you're going to be like, I need to put more stuff in the jar. That's going to be your only problem. Yep. Everybody was telling me about the headspace. See, I learned that headspace. Meat shrinks. So I kind of go just a hair over that inch. A hair. If I can't make it just a hair, I'll leave it alone. Because a little bit too much, it ain't going to seal. or you gonna have some problems when you start trying to unloose it. Then you see that lid turning with it, you're gonna be like, oh. So you'll run out of jars quickly too. Right, you'll run out of jars real quick. So here's the thing about canning, for me, in my opinion. One thing in my opinion is you'll run out of jars. So I really be particular about what I'm gonna can. Is it worth canning? What jar should I use? Should I, like, you see the meat I use? I use 4 pints. Should I have busted open a hole and just put just 2 quarts? Should I waste 2 quarts or should I waste 4 pints? We don't eat that much meat, so 1 pint of meat for some kind of dish we plan on making, that'll do it. I'm not gonna pop open a whole quart jar of meat. Our family just ain't gonna do it. So it's some thinking into that too. It ain't just go can the best way you know how. You got to have a little bit of strategy behind method to your madness too. How long will it take? How long will that meat last in a jar? Now, I'm gonna let you Google that, okay? Or ask home to your heart. Now, the way the FDA and stuff in the book say it is one thing, but every person I know that does pressure canning, they stuff sit on they shelves for years. You should always can. Oh, I missed it. You should always can your. Ooh, I wish I would have seen that. Okay. You should always can your family's needs. Right. Okay, y'all. It's been 10 minutes. Now watch this. I got a steady stream of steam where you can't even hardly see it no more. You can almost see it right there. Aoki say 2 to 5 years. I've seen people do it longer than that. But just go by the book. Don't listen to me. So, when it comes to putting your weight on, I'm about to put my weight on, and I'm going to show you what I do. Now, you know these, the clampers to clamp your jar, right? I just turn them over on the part, the handle, this the handle. These is rubber. And I just put my weight on. I pinch my weight. Let me find my weight. Okay, I'm at 10 pounds right there. You see that? I'm at the 10. I just clamp that with those. I don't try to put this on with my hand. A lot of people do, and I watch a lot of people drop it, lose it, roll around on the floor, gotta go do other stuff. I clamp it like that. See that? Now, as soon as I put that weight on, I'm gonna start my timer for 75 minutes because I got pint jars. And there it is. Now, it's that simple. Got my weight on. And now I'm gonna wait for my pressure gauge to go up. Yeah, you can use a glove too. But you see how the juices are starting to bubble up out of that? It's been 10 minutes before I put my weight on. My gauge is rising. Temperature rising. Woo! Let me stop. I have food 7 years old and it's still amazing and tasty. Oh yeah, we can't forget about Granny Karma. She another canning queen. Don't forget about Granny Karma. Can't forget about her. She ain't no joke either. So I'm waiting till this get to 10 pounds of pressure. When that hit around 10 pounds, I'm gonna start slowly turning down my heat. So it's getting up there kind of fast. I'm gonna keep it rolling. Miss Mama, Daughter, Sister, that's another one of the canning queens. I mentioned her earlier. Miss Mama, Daughter, Sister. Miss Mama, Daughter, Sister said, Led, you're the only person to put pork chops in a in a jar. Listen, you know why I did that? Because it was cheap and I was practicing. I cut the bone off, throw pork chops in them joints, and just let it roll. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta practice. You gotta practice. That's the thing. Everybody think they're gonna get in there and be a professional. Go and buy you some cheap meat and practice with the cheap meat. I started with water bath can and some jam, and then I moved on to some cheap meat, some pork chop and some chicken breast. Now, you know, as you see, I'm canning brisket. Practice, practice. And really, I was canning so much at one time, I didn't even have to think. So I ain't canned in a few weeks. Okay, look, y'all. We getting up to pressure. You about to see my weight rattle, right? This don't rattle like a, see that? Okay, so I'm about to turn my heat down to medium because I'm at 10 pounds of pressure and it's probably gonna go right around 11. So I'm gonna cut this to medium high because I want that to kind of stay around there. I don't want that to go too far. I'm gonna keep that on medium high right there until I find my sweet spot. I'm gonna bring you back out. We at 10 pounds and it's over there dancing. Don't pay no attention to this, what I found out. Pay attention to that. Because somebody even said this always got to be calibrated, right? So you got to keep going to have that checked. That's what you really want to figure out. Mama, daughter, sister even told me that. I was like, why yours don't got no gauge on it? She was like, you don't need that thing. KS said, at first it terrified me, but I love that sound now. Me too. Hear how it's chilling out? It chill, it rock, chill, rock. You can use your pressure canner, the All-American outside with power. Yes, you can use it outside with power. I must have missed something. Yeah, Miss Mama, daughter, sister in the house, she said, yes, the weight is where it's at. And I learned that from you. She was like, pay attention to that weight. That's what you need to really study on. That gauge, and it's a lot of different canners here on YouTube that say that same thing. Be like, look, one lady said, I never look at that dang gauge. It ain't never did me no good. And once mama, daughter, sister was like, I don't pay no attention to that. She ain't never used no gauge, so I focus more on that weight and how many times it's rattling. We up pressure now. Computer, start timer for 75 minutes. Computer, start timer for 32 minutes. Okay, y'all. This is it. We right where we need to be. I'm at a medium high heat. I'm holding steady. I feel like I'm on Star Trek. Captains holding steady at 10 pounds of pressure. Rocking every 2 to 3 minutes. That's right, Scotty. Give me warp engines. Warp engines now. Spark booms. We need more power. What are we looking for with the weight? A rattle every 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes on my canner. You just want that to rock every blue moon. If it's constantly rocking, that's too much pressure. So I'm watching the gauge and I'm watching my weight. See how it's chilling? Watch it start rattling. In my area, we use 10 pounds of pressure. So look up what altitude of pressure that you need for your canner. That's important. You can't just put that on any weight. And for everybody that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna just turn that around to show you the weight. There go the numbers right there. That's 15 pounds. I'm on 10 pounds. Here go 5 pounds, depending where you are. So y'all, we holding steady. I'm trying, mama, daughter, sister. I told you I've been working it. I've been working it. I'm holding steady. So what I'm gonna do, my timers are on. Let me turn this around. Okay, we good. We good, son. So, peep gang, the timers are on. I'm gonna keep peeking over there at it every blue moon so we can see what's going on. So if anybody got any questions, hit me with them. But in the meantime, I told y'all it's gonna be something a little extra while we can. Because we got 75 minutes. We got a little over, what is that, almost 45? No, 75 minutes. We got we almost got an hour. We got over an hour to wait till that's done pressure cooking. So, this ain't no different than any one of my other long videos. No, what was the 32 timer for? For me, I always put on 2 timers, just like I'm getting ready for work in the morning. That's to let me know, okay, we halfway there. You don't have to do that. I do that. That just to keep me, okay, I might, you know how my mind wander. I might go start cutting the damn grass or something, and then an alarm go off on my phone and everything else and all the computers in the house. Be like, get your butt back in there with that. You know, I might start watching a good show or one of y'all videos, and then she'll come on and tell me, okay, that's your timer, what you gonna do? Okay? So, let me check it one more time for we holding steady. Steady, yeti, yeti. So now, this is what I wanted to show you guys, okay? Now, here's the bonus round. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to show you this, but I'm gonna show you. Anybody know what that is? Anybody? This is our bonus of the night. So I said, while we're sitting here waiting for our canner, right. If you do not have one of these in your home, not an electric one, I got a KitchenAid mixer over in that corner. I got a KitchenAid mixer in that corner with a meat grinder. I'm not burning out my motor in that $400 mixer for no meat, okay? Because people don't think of that. You burn that motor out. This is what you need, because the theme of the week, I'm gonna put my tissue in my pocket. The theme of the week is this: survival. Go over to Ession Family Garden, and we're talking about how to cook and prepare your food off grid if your lights, with all the lights were to go off. Thank you, Sear Pro. I appreciate you. Yeah, meat grinder. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this. I've had this meat grinder. I found this in a flea market maybe 20 years ago or more. I've had this since my kids was babies. And I always keep it clean, and I keep it right in the same box with my corn grinder, your wheat grinder. I got a wheat grinder too. A friend of mine on YouTube, and he know who he is, got me hip to that. So when you growing corn, you growing wheat, you growing all that stuff, you can grind that down into a powder and make tortillas. You can make flour. Nobody is thinking about this stuff, and we need to put that on our minds. What if there is no power? Keep that in your head. How will you cook? How will you prepare your food? How will you process your grains? That's what we need to remember, okay? This meat grinder is everything. So this is what I'm gonna show you how I used to do it. I haven't done this in years either, y'all, so this is gonna be new for all of us. All right, number one, let's put it together. Here's the handle. I've already sterilized it and everything earlier. This is the crank. It's this simple. The crank goes through there. And now, which side do I want? Right now, I don't want it to be all thin yet because the meat is still thick. So I'm gonna put it on the thick chop. Then once it break down, we'll go to a thin chop. See, that's the thick blade. Let's go ahead. Let's go for gold. Let's go for gold. There we go. We're going to go for gold. Just for giggles. And then you put your nut on. It's a lot of nuts going on today, right? Then you put your nut on. Okay? Now, this is the sweet part. It's that simple. Now, this is what I like to do. Get a little cooking oil to make that thing spin a little better, okay? That's all we doing. We lubing it up. This one you ain't putting petroleum jelly on. So I like to just put a little bit. Let me get this down here. All you doing just a little bit, just to grind, just to keep him lubed. For now, to get him started good. Lube him up a little bit. That's all we need. We don't need no more than that. Any kind of oil you want, olive oil, whatever. Now listen now. See that now? Easy breezy. Now, it really get crazy now. You want to get you a lip on your countertop or something somewhere. I had a sweet spot around here. There you go. And all you do, let me show you again. This is just going to crank and tighten up and clamp onto your surface. It could be your table or whatever. Bring it around here so y'all can see better. I'm just tightening that up. Okay? Nice and tight. Just like the old days. Okay, let's check on this meat real quick. We still holding steady. Little over 10 pounds of pressure. I'm hearing my rattler rattling off sweet. So now let's get back to this. So, what I got for y'all today is we got the rest of that brisket. I told y'all we gonna can some and then I had something for you. So what we gonna do is grind some brisket patties too. And I got the idea, I wish I could remember her name. When I find out her name, I'm gonna put her name at the bottom of this video because she blew my mind. I was like, why didn't I think of that? She was like, you can grind some of that meat too. In the comments she did when I had that brisket. I was like, you the bomb. I'm doing that. And this is dedicated to you because you put this idea in this big skull cap. So I already seasoned it with a little pepper. Now I'm gonna come over here real quick. I know this is crazy, y'all. This ain't my normal, and I'm not a cooking show or nothing. So y'all don't go telling Darius Cooks on me or nothing like that. I'm trying to steal his stuff. So this is just fresh garlic that I had. We pulled out the garden real quick. Okay. I'm just chopping that up. Little fresh garlic. I could have used garlic powder. It don't make no difference. I don't want too big a chunk, so I'm mincing it. Okay, there we go. So we're going to use that. Oh, that smells good. I love garlic. So I'm going to put that garlic in my meat. Keep the werewolves out. I'm going to throw a little bit of my pink sea salt in there. I'm eyeballing it. I don't like nothing too salty. I just don't. That's one of my problems, actually. And just for giggles, I don't have no fresh onions. Can you believe that? And I ain't going outside in the dark. I'm going to throw a little onion powder in there. Since we pull our onions out fresh. So I'm going to just mix that up a little bit. Just to let that sit in there. It's already been marinating in the pepper. But now I'm going to mix that up a little bit. Now, never get distracted away from your pressure canner. I've done this a few times, but still I'm new. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop, wash my hands, and check my pressure canner. Okay, we still holding steady at 10 pounds of pressure. Wash my hands. Okay. All right, we good? Everybody good? I'm just doing this while we just messing around, okay? So I'm all in. I'm all in. Who with me? All right. Now, trust me. Go get you a meat grinder, a hand manual meat grinder. Because I'm telling you, you're going to need it one way or another. Stuff like this, with that, you get a deal on brisket or anything. Grind it yourself. It costs more money. Plus, so many people said when I made that joke about the brisket being from Fat Tony, is this Fat Tony with smelling like Adidas cologne? Cool water. Now listen, this way you know what's in the burger. Okay? Get you a hand meat grinder. You know where they always at? They always at the Goodwill. Thank you, Rhonda. And for anybody else that donated, I appreciate you. I ain't been looking at the screen. Thank you so much. Always look in the Goodwill for these grinders. They always in there. Okay, and I'll keep this for the rest of my life. Thank you, Sear Pro. Say SearPro.com. Look at this new invention. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it's jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Y'all silly. So look, okay. I got a plain old little baking pan. You're going to need something for this to catch it, okay? So now, this is what I'm going to do. I got bacon bits. So when I get this down, I'm going to add a little bacon bits in there. So we're going to have a bacon cheeseburger. So all you do now, I'm going to bring you over here so you can really see. Let me crank you up a notch. So you can see right down in the guinea pig. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to keep on turning right here. And get one. Don't be greedy. And don't be trying to go too fast. Okay, do you see that? I'm going to zoom in so you can see. This is what your brisket just turned into. Don't try to go too fast. Y'all know how that works out. Slow down, slow down. See that? It's not hard to turn, nothing. Now I just remember one other thing. Let me get a little knife. Because I remember it's all coming back to me now. Scrape it off. Because see the fat get caught up in there. But you want that fat because that's going to be some of the flavor. Or if you want it lean, cut the fat off. That way, mosquito got your ass. Wash my hands. That way, if you want it lean, you like a lean meat, you can make it as lean or as rich and fat as you want, okay? So we just gonna keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. This is how we make burger. And with these older grinders like this, if you keep just scraping it off, trust me, it won't get all clogged up and you won't have a big mess, okay? You gotta trust me on this one. Now, I done grind up everything, and you get to mix what kind of meat you want in there, all your fresh herbs and spices you want in there, little rosemary, you know, whatever you want in there. You got the power to mix it up yourself. You don't got to be waiting on the butcher, what's on sale, and some weird green speckles in the pack. You don't got to care about that. Yeah, don't get greedy. Little bit at a time. Make sure it's all gone too. And don't spin it too fast. You have it all over the place. That's what this knife is for. Don't be greedy trying to throw two in. As bad as you want to do it, don't do it. And don't be afraid to back out. okay? You can go in reverse. This ain't a machine. You the machine. I'ma pause and check my canner. Still holding steady at 10 pounds of pressure. We good, family. We good. Keep on rocking. So this is what we doing. Ooh, it smells so good in here, y'all. Between the garlic and the smell from the pressure canner, this is how we get down. I'm gonna back up a little bit, crank you up a little more so you can see a little better. Y'all see that better now? Any questions so far? I used to do this all the time. This way you know what's in your ground beef. And I'm going to give you a close-up, okay? See, I'm being greedy. I'm putting in too much at a time without scraping or nothing. Scrape a little bit off. Let it do what it do. Now, see, this is my world right here. This don't make me nervous. I'll let a football stadium watch me do this. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is perfectly minced ground brisket. That's like ground chuck. Okay? Now, this is what you do. I got more meat, but I'm going to just keep that off to the side. Say I want my burger well done. I'm gonna keep on rocking this because I want to show y'all how this. I'm just speed it up a little bit, okay? Y'all pretty much got the gist of how this works. I wish I could hear y'all voice. Trust me, this right here, and look, I got scooped the meat over. It's working so well. So all that money you pay, I was a butcher at a grocery store for years. That's how I know all my cuts of meat. Cause that's your damn job, that's why. But you just don't know what they putting in the meat, you know. It's just the truth. I'm not saying they all dirty or nothing like that. I'm just saying this is a better way. You know what's in the burger. This ain't like last week's burger meat and this week's fresh stuff so they can sell it at a new price. We all got one of those weird grocery stores somewhere in our neighborhood. It happens, unfortunately. I chose to get this marble meat because that little bit of fat is going to give flavor in here, along with somebody said, Goodwill, here I come. Yeah, I got this from a flea market, but I always see them in the Goodwill to this very day. And I kind of feel like I shouldn't get two. That's kind of being greedy. I've had this over 20 years. I don't need 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Because this thing will last. This was made in 1866. 1837. Did you hear that? Let me make sure. October 12th, 1837. You believe that? This thing been around forever. October 12th, my wife's birthday, 1837, this grinder been around. I'm going to let y'all do the math on that. So all kind of people own this grinder. All kind of people. Can you believe that? This ain't a new one. This been around for generations. Shoot, my elders, their elders, been around block. I'll never let this go. I'm going to pass this down in my wheel somewhere. They said, oh, what did Dad give you? He gave me the car. What did he give you? Crazy old meat grinder. What? Like, Dad, why didn't you give me the Cadillac? You don't realize I love you more, kid. I gave you the thing that I really cherish. I ain't give a damn about your brother owed me about $5,000. I gave you what I really cared about. I gave him a punk ass car with a bad battery and a radiator about to explode. I gave you something close to my heart. I gave you something close to my heart. I gave him a Cadillac and a drawer full of socks and some old Playboys. Okay. That's it, fam. Now I'm going to show you the finished product, okay? If you could smell this, you wouldn't believe it. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to present that to you. That is fresh, ground brisket. It don't get no better than that. Am I lying to you? Y'all watching it live here in direct. Let me go check my cannon. I'm getting too happy. Holding steady at 10 pounds, Captain. Holding steady at 10 pounds, Captain. Okay, now we gonna get freaky with it, okay? This is where the part where you get to do whatever you want to do. Let me get my tissue out. You get to do whatever you want to do with this, okay? From here, you got ground chuck with a little bit of pink sea salt and a little bit of black pepper, popping there, coarse black pepper. Now, you can put whatever you want in there. You want peppers in there. You want onions in there. You grind that into it too. So I'm going to show you real quick before we go back over to the oven and check our pressure, because I'm going to take you with me next time. Right, jalapenos. Anybody else, what you throw in your burger to grind it in the meat so the flavor of whatever you put in ain't on top of the burger, like the jalapenos, not slices. How about put it in the meat? What's the name of the grinder? Shit. Man. Oh, here it go. I can barely read it. I don't know whether I'm reading it upside down. I don't know. I'm gonna put the name of it in the description because I can't see it. But I'm gonna get it for you, okay? Cheese, you could throw cheese in there. It might not hold out well cooking a burger unless you like it medium well or rare. But while my parents made their own hamburger with that meat grinder. See? Colonel Sanders grinder. You can grind your own chicken, your own pork, your own beef, anything you want to grind, you use your grinder. Just make sure you sanitize it and store it properly. Right, now it's 137 years old, and I got it. I feel blessed to have it, you know, and it was just sitting in a flea market. I think I paid $2 for this. Can you believe that? It's heavy as all get out, too. All right, we're going to get freaky with it now. So, let me check my pressure. She holding steady at 10 pounds, Captain. Okay, y'all ready? Wipe my forehead. Here's the thing, too, y'all. It's hot in here. It's not hard to turn. It's not, I'm just over here grinding. What if you find one with rust on it? This one did have a little rust on it. If you find one, go clean it off. Scrub it off. That's nothing. Look, if it's been around for 130 years and it has a little rust on it, I don't think that little rust gonna hurt it at all. Go scrub it off. I scrubbed a little bit off of this when I first got it. And you see it's good as new. This handle, look at that handle. They don't make handles like that no more. At all. So let's get freaky with it. We gonna mix these bacon bits in there. We already grinded in the onions. We grinded in the fresh garlic. So this meat tastes, it smells just like garlic. So this is how I'm gonna do this first. Take your nut off. All right. Now, here's the other sweet part that I'm leaving out. Here's the other sweet part that I'm leaving out. If you want your meat even finer than that, run it through the grinder again, and again, and again. Next thing you know, it's like patty sausage kind of. You know, that soft, firm, soft, smooth. It ain't that chunky burger meat type. That's what you do. So we ain't gonna worry about that right now. I'm gonna show you. This is how I get down. Clean them off. Go ahead, take the head off. See how simple that is? I forgot one last trick I used to do. Right when you're done grinding, run a slice of bread through it. When you run it, let's just do it. It's easier for me to show you than to tell you. It's fun too. It's gross and fun. That way it helps clean out your grinder and it pushes that last little bit of meat out. So hold on. Get my hand right. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a slice of the boy's bread, which is the devil to me. I bite one slice of bread and it put about 4 pounds on me. I could wear a whole nother shoe size. So I'm gonna just grab the butt slice. Don't nobody want the butt slice of bread. Nobody eats that. So I'm gonna take you downstairs. And this, I'm not gonna put this in my mix. I'll put this on a paper plate. You see that? Okay. So I'm gonna take this slice of bread, I'm gonna break it in half. Don't do too much, it's like the meat. And it's gonna actually help clean out the grinder and push that last little bit of meat out. Y'all see it going in there? This the gross part. This might have needed a couple slices of bread. But you see all that coming out the end? That's all that extra meat. Now what you can do is go ahead and scrape off just that meat. It won't hurt if you get a little bit of bread if you make a hamburger. If you're making some other recipe, that's a whole nother ball game. Now the rest should be almost pure bread. I'm gonna throw another slice down the throat, just for giggles. All it's gonna be now is a bunch of grind up goo. You see it? It's just goo now. You see that? That's not burger no more. You back it up a little bit. Crank the rest of that in there. When you see some in there getting stuck, crank it on out. Another slice of bread. And this is not waste. You can throw this right out to the chickens. Everybody's, oh, you wasting bread, lad. No, no, no. You feed this to your chickens if you got them. Clean that out. See that? Now it's just bread, and that's gonna make your cleanup a lot easier than having to scrape all that meat off of everything, because it's all jammed off in that bread right there that I'm gonna save up for my birds. See, that's mostly bread now. That just saved me a heck of a cleanup right there. That's what that looked like. Grind up bread, burger meat. Now all you do, bust that nut off of there. Put that to the side. Take off the grinder. Put that to the side and remove the handle. And there you go, voila. So I'm gonna set this in the sink. Take it off of loosen it up off your part that you got it on, whatever surface. And I'm gonna set all of this in the sink to start letting it sanitize until I get time to wash it. All right. Okay, folks. Any questions? I know this is crazy, but I said, you know what? This ain't no crazier than nothing else I done did, so. Ooh, I can smell that back there cooking that pressure. Hey, Sharon Jones, how you doing? Hey, 12 Pack. Hey, Fannie Mae. Listen. That's my halftime timer. Computer, cancel. See? That's when I know we coming down to the wire and it's time for me to start paying a little bit more attention to my canner because we coming down, we at the end of the tunnel now. We at 32 minutes. That's right. That's why I set several timers, and usually I set about 3 or 4 of them just to keep me on task. See how I'm getting too happy about grinding meat now. So I'm gonna just tell you right here, we gonna get a little funky with it. I'm gonna take this bowl that I had it in before when it was just chunks. I'm gonna put it back in there. I'm gonna clean up what I got up. I'm dropping all over the floor. I'm gonna take 1 cup of bacon bits in there. I'm gonna throw that in there. Bacon cheeseburgers. Mix it up in our freshly grinded brisket. Just like that. So now we got pink sea salt, garlic, onion powder, bacon. Now right there, this is what they'll charge you a fortune for in the store. You can do this and make you a meatloaf. You can make you some burgers. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let that just marinate in this bowl and we're gonna cook this together when I do Essian Family Gardens video about how we're going to cook this with no power. So we're going to have to come back and watch that episode. Because I'm going to show you, I have several different ways to cook without power. I have several different ways to start fire without a match or a lighter. And that's what we're going for. Let me wash my hands. Okay. We on it. Y'all remind me to get that hamburger off the floor, okay? I just don't want to touch the floor right now. But y'all remind me to take the hamburger off the floor. Let's get back over here and get back grinding. But first, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some plastic wrap over the top of that hamburger so it can chill. It smells so good, I wanna make a burger right now, I promise to you. Okay, I wonder who the one dislike is. It's all right. They entitled to their own opinion. They entitled to their own opinion. Cover that up. Nice plastic wrap. I feel like if I was hungry, I would cook a burger right now because that's beautiful. We done that together, right there. Fresh burger. And if you smelt it, it's incredible. Between this smell of this good burger and garlic and it cooking in the pressure cooker, I'm just not hungry and it's way too late. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and we're going to save this for the next video, which is cooking without any power. All right, family. How we doing? I'm back in here. We're going to check the pressure together. I said we're going to check it together. We still holding steady at 10 pounds of pressure. We got another good 32 minutes to go. And now I can answer some questions. Our weight is rocking and rattling. Man, we smelling real nice up in this kitchen like I know what the hell I'm doing. Now y'all see, I wasn't nervous about how to work, grind up that hamburger, was I? Cause that's my thing right there, son. So while I'm chilling, yeah. Any questions while we're here together? Get my little napkin. Any questions? I'm sorry. Are the other briskets in the freezer? For now. But they'll be in cans too soon. Can you can in an Instapot? I'ma say no, but I've heard Instapot got their own kind of canner. I don't know anything about that. So me, until I see it with my own eyes, I'm just gonna say no. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I'm gonna say I haven't seen it. And I've seen a lot of people. Thank you, Dagny Dagger. I appreciate that. Everybody's saying no. But I've heard Instapot actually does, the brand actually does have a pressure canner for this. I don't know. I just keep hearing that over and over. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I'm going to say no. Led, I just found the grinder on offer up, ordering it. Listen, you can't. Thank you, mama, daughter, sister. We all in this together, sis. We all doing this together. And I'm going to tell you this. These are, thank you so much, Devani's. I can't pronounce your last Schminkner. I'm not going to butcher that. But thank you so much. We doing this together because we depend on power too much. Like that canner could be over my fire pit outside. It could be on my propane tank. It could be on my barbecue grill with a bunch of lumber under it cooking. Okay, thank you so much, Joe King. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But this how we get down here in the Greenhouse Lounge. Greenhouse Lounge and the Greenhouse Cafe, you know we got it cracking. So, okay, let me see. Can you can in an old cast pot, or do it have to be just a canner? Look into that, okay? It's pressure canning and it's water bath canning. Do me a better favor. Go check out either Mama, Daughter, Sister, Granny Karma, Homestead Heart. All of those professional ladies in here in the house tonight will show you exactly. Remember one thing, and I got to keep reminding you, I am not a teacher of pressure canning at all. At all. I'm a student, and I want you to see another student to the game work his hand. That's why my nerves is a little shaky, a little crackly, you know. And I said to make my nerves go down, I said I'm going to throw him a curveball, and I'm going to grind up half that other batch of brisket. That was another good 2 pints of brisket. I said I'm grinding that, make us some burgers, and then we going to grill it out there like a bunch of cavemen and show y'all how it's really done. What's the sauce for Old Frank? I must have missed something. Does Amazon have any of them grinders? You know what, I've never looked for them. How long have you had your channel? Ooh, like 15, 16 years. I've been on YouTube ever since Tay Zonde. You know, chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. I've been on YouTube since that dude was on YouTube. Remember the Star Wars boy and all them? I've been on that long. I have old videos from way back then when some of the first viral videos went viral. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I would just record my own stuff. That song was off the chain, though, to keep it real with you. And his voice is deep like little legs. Yeah, that Chocolate Rain was the junk, though. And you know what really set it off? When Little John came in and did the remix, Chocolate Rain, yeah! Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate Rain, yeah! That was my shh right there. Okay? So, yeah, that was the bomb. We used to watch that over and over and over again. Matter of fact, I feel like watching it right now. How is your day, farmer? It's always great. Always. Charlotte takes a tumble. Okay, I don't know what that is. How long does the meat last in a can? It they're saying anywhere from 2 to 5 years, but it's a lot of canners in here that will say, look, I've had mine on a shelf for 7, 10 years and it's still delicious as the day I cooked it. Let me see. 12 pack. Okay, I missed something. Don't forget about lead. Can you do your own pastas from scrap? I've done it. I've done it in the past. I used to be in culinary school years ago, but I've done it. I've dibbled and dabbled. I'm no pro at it. Trust me. Wow, I wish I had seen you way back then. I got videos right here on YouTube. Me, let me see, Little Lead is 14. I got videos. Yeah, that's been 15 years ago. 15 years. Me and Little Lead, he a little baby dude, and we flying remote control airplanes, gas powered, radio controlled cars and gas powered radio controlled airplanes and stuff, like helicopters and stuff. Me and all my baby boys and my baby girl. Hey, Alicia, Alisheba, that always throw me off. 79, how you doing, babe? Britt said, I almost dropped my van laughing. That was another, Praline Chocolate one said that was another great viral video. He was one of the first. He was actually one of the first viral YouTube creators. Shake it up with Shantae Cooking. How you doing? We in the kitchen today. I'm doing one of your numbers, Shantae. Everybody want to know how to go and cook something up good. Go check out Shantae's Shake It Up. Shake It Up with Shantae Cooking. I'm sorry, I always do that backwards. She be throwing down in that kitchen. 12-pack reusable plastic lids are worth it, but might be better to start with regular than move up. Oh, and you know what? I bought some Tattler lids, and I've never used them. Right when I was like taking a break, I bought a bunch of Tattler lids. I found them online, and I bought a bunch of them. The reusables. So I'm gonna give them a try on the next brisket. Sharon, can you look in you bought canning book? Okay, I missed something. I'm waiting on my Tattler order too. Yeah, when you find them, get them. Because that's gonna keep you from stuff that you keep opening and closing like jam. So you don't just keep wasting a lid. I thought it was worth it. They're a little expensive, but they worth it. Mama Daughter Sister said, read your canning guide or visit your extension office to find out your elevation and pounds of pressure. Yes, for canning. Definitely. Do your research and find out what your elevation is before you pressure can. Use Tattlers, they are fine, but be precise. Exactly. Now, I'm gonna throw this at y'all. We're gonna look at that pressure again. Just real quick. Who keep hitting the dislike button? Oh, we ain't gonna worry about them. 40 years, Led, you are doing fine. Over 40 years, okay. There you go. I'm still rocking at about 10 pounds of pressure, so we doing all right. My weight just a rattling and tattling. What do you think about micro dosing for vets? What does that even mean? What does that mean, 12-pack? Micro dosing for vets. What you mean, cooking mushrooms? 12-pack cooking mushrooms? RO can say basic elevation questions. Google state name and local extension office. Also the ball book on canning. Microdosing with okay. All right. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't have that. Come on now. Come on, man. We canning food. Man, come on, man. For real. If y'all that lonely, bruh, come on, partner. Listen, come on, man. I understand y'all want attention with that bullshit, man. I dig it. I understand. We all get lonely sometime, but go be lonely by your lonely ass self, man. Don't come in here with that, man. I ain't in the mood for that. All right? I ain't in the mood. You see, I'm nervous. And when I get nervous, I don't be right, man. You understand? I don't want to know nothing about none of that bullshit. That's okay. I mean, they gotta go. Aim for the head. Aim for the head, son. Don't even, man. I ain't in the mood. He is taking time for real with his question. I don't care. Do it look like I'm in here doing that? That's what I'm saying. See, I'm like this. I know he's a troll. I get it. But even trolls need a vacation or a date, man. Go play with something, man. Go somewhere and play with something, man. Tell you something, bro. If you had a woman in your life, I don't care what country you talking from or coming from, you need a date. And I know you do. I know in your head, this is your job to troll me. I dig that. I understand. Everybody got a job to do, even the devil. I get it. But take a vacation, man, and go meet somebody. You might want to look for another job besides trolling. It don't pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go find you some love in your life. Get close to somebody. Go smell somebody's perfume. And go look at the want ads. You might want to look into another job. Your job sucks. The world even knows it. You the dude, when you call somebody, they hang up on you. Your job blows. So let me see. Tina Griffin, I was thinking about it. I was deciding on electric or manual. Yes, that was a good one. Meat selling the house like clothes. That post I put up. Sounds like a scam looking for dates. Yeah, I understand the troll. That's why they don't ever bother me. You know, but right now it's like, really, man, right now? Right now? Man, I'll be your friend. So if you want to stop trolling, because I know you're still watching the video, but if you want to stop trolling, I'll be your friend. You know, sometimes when people in a bad way, all they need is a pal. You know, I'll be your friend. I'll be your buddy. Stop messing with people, man, that's trying to do honest, good stuff. And then karma come around, and then when your house get broken into and you get hit over the head with a baseball bat and somebody take the money out your wallet, and then you're going to be like, why me, oh God, why me? Because you a piece of crap. That come back around and bite you in the boo-boo. That's what happens, man. People always screaming out, Lord, Lord, why me? You do bad stuff sometimes. That's why. I don't never ask God. I fell off that ladder. I fell off that ladder like a ton of bricks off the rooftop. And I didn't say, oh, Lord, why me? Why now? When I hit the ground, like some old roof shingles on an abandoned house, I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God. You know why? Because I was able to say, thank you, God. Because as far as I fell off that damn ladder, I could have landed on anything and not been able to say nothing. I could have broke my back, broke my hip, broke my neck. I was able to say, thank you, God. You hear me? So, man, they all, oh, woe is me. Man, take your pity party. Blow the candle out on your pity party cake and take your ass to bed. You know, you don't punish me for being a bum. Take your pity party ass, go blow your candle out, make your wish, and go on to bed. That's enough for that. Sorry. Was I raving? Normally, I don't care about trolls. Just like not tonight, man. My nerves, man. You know, you got me pooping. I'm already nervous from canning and be making you poop when you're nervous. Not tonight. Any other night. Let me see. Lead, like the pressure pot. Yeah, man. How's the greenhouse doing tonight? Lady Lead, she been in bed. How you doing? That's a rough name. Emil, how you doing, Emil? Thank you, Can't Hide. Thank you so much. The pity train is leaving the station. Man, that pity train is gonna go under the tunnel and stop. I'm just drinking some old plain old Gallo Cafe Zinfandel. I'm not doing nothing crazy tonight. I got a eye appointment in the morning. And I got that sucker in there good. This is good for your eyes. I'm just taking it easy. You know, I'm just chilling with my folks. We all in here chilling, having a good time. That's all. Let me see. I grew up watching my auntie use a pressure canner and been a little while afraid to use one. Watching Homestead Heart, I was encouraged to purchase one. Thank you, many others, for sharing your progress. Thank you so much. We all students. Most of us in here are students. Students of the masters. It's masters out here. Miss Mama, Daughter, Sister, Granny Karma, Homestead Heart. Guava to you, and thank you for teaching me this skill. Let me see. Kingdom 77 said, brother, you say not today, Satan. Glad you're okay. Oh, yeah. I'm fine, man. I was happy that I was able to open my mouth and say anything. It's always, listen, it's always some good that comes from all bad. Even this mess that we in right now, homeschooling is back in full effect, which we should have been doing in the first place. That's what I believe anyway. Thank you, KS. Thank you so much. She said, good times, great info. Guava. Guava, my friend. Guava. Look, homeschooling, we should have been teaching our own kids stuff. We should have been teaching our own kids stuff. Thank you, Game Nerd Mom. She said, forget to tell my birthday just passed. Happy birthday! Oh, you are old. Look, she's 30 now. I can't tell you nothing. Can you? You still got to check in and leave a note on the refrigerator to let people know where you're going. Guava, happy birthday, Game Nerd Mom. Happy birthday. Woo. So, yeah, you know, it's something always good come out of bad. Look. Homeschooling, what we should have been doing. Home cooking, what we should have been doing. Spending time with our families. Some people don't like it, but we need to. Look, now at least if you spending home with your family and you don't like your kids, you don't like your husband, you don't like your wife, look what you just found out. You didn't know before because you was always on the go. Now you sitting sleeping next. All these years, you just realize, I've been sleeping next to a stranger. Look how much good stuff came out of this horror. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Myra McLean. You know, Shutter Home Red is what I'm drinking. Amen to that. Look at all the good stuff. So something good comes out of all bad, even death. You know, even destruction, that's where you rebuild. That's called rebuilding in one way, form, or fashion. Rebuilding, restructuring. Sometimes you got to tear down to rebuild. And I'm a firm believer in that. I had a friend, true story. He totally believed in sometimes instead of just remodeling this, remodeling that, move this, buy that, get rid of this, he would gut everything in his garage, get rid of it. He'd be like, man, if I ain't seen it in a year and ain't thought about it in a year, it can go. That was his philosophy. It worked. Sometimes it could be wasteful, but he sold a lot of his stuff. Sometime in life, you got to totally tear down everything to rebuild. Because if you got a crumbled up foundation and you keep trying to build a new life on that crumbled up foundation, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your job, whether it's anything, it's going to keep falling down. You're going to keep getting cracks in everything you try to build on that messed up foundation. Sometimes you got to scoop that out of your life. That messed up foundation, no matter what it is. If you going for an education, but you ain't really got there yet, you starting out wrong. Go the whole 9 yards. Go do it. You know, it's just that simple. Sometimes you got to wipe away everything, even people in your life. Some people in your life, they just kind of lingering on. You ever watch a shark swim through the water and they got them little fish sucking on the side of them, eating all the crumbs as they eat? It's a lot of, if you look at nature and in the garden, it just imitates life too much to me. That big strong shark swimming through the water with his pimp walk. If he had legs, that swim would be a pimp walk, wouldn't it? Because that shark swim like this, like what's up? He don't do this like a little guppy. That shark swim like this. What's happening? What's up, dog? But all those leeches just sitting around him. Every time he eat, they eat. Like on Friday. When I eat, you eat. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Them little fish, oh, thanks, boss. Climb back onto you. Because they can't do it by themselves. They can't swim by themselves. So they suck the blood out of you. They so busy sucking the blood out of you until you eat, you get a good job, and you bringing in good money. Hey, can I borrow something? Hey, can I hold something? That's the same thing them little fish do on that big, strong shark. Suck the blood out of you and wait till you get a chance to eat and then eat crumbs off you. Sometimes you got to cut them off, gobble them up, and build a new foundation. That's how I think. Life ain't no different than the ocean and the garden. I'm just saying. You see it, we see it every day. Nature does teach you about life on land. Nature is life itself. You say, I need my crumbs too. Let me see, what was that? Last week I cooked a brisket that my daughter gifted me. She got it buy one, get one free at Kroger's. It looked beautiful, but doggone it, it was so tough as shoe leather. Mine ain't. You seen how mine was. That thing was falling apart like it was getting emotional. You see me pull that meat apart? It was emotional. Let me see. Yes, there is good in most of this pandemic. Yes, it is. It's horrible. But some good is coming out of it. You start to see who your friends really are. Who's really racist. Who's not. Who's down for you. Who wish you was dead. We're seeing all of that. So good is coming out of this horror. So I'm not condoning it. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. We are getting a lot of good information out of it. Lots of great information. Try the slow cooker. Yep, if you're going to cook that brisket, you got to slow cook him. I slow rolled that sucker at 250 for 6 hours. Woo! Make you go sit down in a corner somewhere, catch your breath. Let me see, Erica says, you have to learn how to find the beauty in everything. We were built for the struggle. Keep pushing it. That's right, exactly. Find the beauty in everything. Y'all seen that brisket, can't hide. You seen that brisket. It was the straight truth. Gardening question, how do you get rid of ants in your yard? Look, email me that one, okay? Right now, we talk about canning. I don't want to get into gardening questions because it will literally, you see how far I went off with them trolls? It'll just go down that alley. I don't like alleys. If y'all ain't watched none of my videos, I like to peek around the dumpster. I don't like to go down the alley. So go look at my friend, Grow Family Network. Go to Grow Family Network channel. He will show you how to get rid of ants. check his video out ASAP, okay? And it works. Yolanda is LevFarmer73 at yahoo.com. Honeyby245 is a question. Any recommendations on manual for meal after seeing you grind meat? The meal recommendation. What kind of recommendations you want? Thank you, Aroki. Yes, it's Grow Family Network. Teach you all about those. And you know what? Since I'm running my chops, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Okay, hold on. This will help you too with the grinding. All right, my bad. I just had to show y'all this. With the grinder, you got your meat grinder, and this is one I got from a friend. I learned from a friend here on YouTube. I understand his beliefs and stuff, so I'm not going to say his name here on YouTube. I don't want to do him like that because I kind of like the guy, and but I learned this from him. This is another grinder that's for corn, wheat. So when y'all harvesting your corn, it's just like the meat grinder. But this is to harvest your corn, let your corn dry out, and then see this grinding top right here? Look at the grinding top under there. This is a mill. I forgot to take this out. This is how you break down your corn, your wheat, to make your own flour. And you can break it down to any thickness you want. So while we getting this cannon going, I'm just throwing y'all a couple things y'all way. Put this handle on. Put that screw back on there to hold on the handle. And you can adjust your tightness as you see fit. How fine you want your flour or your grind. Let me bring it downstairs a little bit. So you can adjust how fine you want it. This goes on here. I would have to take that off, but you get the message, right? So you can, this can goes up here, just slides on there. I have not used this yet, but I plan to. So you put your corn up here, and you mill your own corn, your own wheat, your own, make your own flour. Y'all gotta learn to make your own so we can stop giving everybody our money, okay? Once I saw him do this, I was so impressed. I was so impressed by this that I said, I immediately, while I was watching this video, purchased this. And I bought this maybe a year ago. And shout out to him because he's going to probably see this. And you know who I'm talking about, bro. I appreciate you, okay? I understand your faith and your beliefs and stuff. I dig it. But like I said, you can learn from everybody, whether y'all kind of believe in each other or not. You can learn from everybody, even people you don't like. If you don't learn from somebody just because you don't like them, you the fool. Because that person that you don't like, they're learning from you. They're taking your knowledge, and you like, I don't need his knowledge. I'm smarter than him. I don't need his junk. He learning all your stuff, and you ain't learning his. You the fool. So that's that. So that's a brand new grinder that I have not used yet in a year. I bought it, and I keep my meat grinder in that box. How long on the clock? Let's ask computer. How much longer on timer? 8 minutes. In 8 minutes. Okay, buying sprouted grain flourless bread is expensive. There you go. I can't say. 2%, that's nice. Where did you buy yours? I got mine on Amazon. He said he bought his on Amazon, and I immediately went on Amazon and bought one. And at the time, I think it was, don't quote me on no price, because everything is different now. Your meat grinder, is it a number 2? You know what? Let's find out now and find out the name. We got 8 minutes, so we're gonna find out what this grinder is. Come downstairs with me. We're gonna find out a little more about that, then we're gonna pour these cans out. See that? It's already clean. When you run that bread through there, it ain't much work left. And I put a little bit of bleach in my dishwater to help sanitize it. I always do that, just a little bit. You don't want metal sitting in bleach. We about to find out what the name of this thing is. See the bread in there? Easier to clean out. If that was meat, trust me, just meat alone is gooey and it's hard to clean. All right, let's find out what the name is. Let me finish getting this rest of this bread out of here. Now the thing about this, you gotta keep it clean. Can't be slipping. Make sure it's sanitized. All right, the name of this can y'all see that date? October 12th, 1897. October 12th, 1897. It says April 18th. Oh, patented. October 12th, 1897 to April 18th, 1899. So it had a 2-year patent on it. Down here, it says re-patent. And no, it just says September 5th, re-patent. September 5th, 1899. It says LFC and Company. Nope, let me see. That's it. LFC, LF&C, New Britain, Connecticut, USA. Universal #1 food chopper. Universal #1 food chopper. So we'll move on from that because we about to start pulling these cans out. My nerves starting to get a little nervous again. Starting to pooch, y'all. I'm pooting. My grinder is from 1962. They about all the same. Have to learn skills. You ready to grind wheat if you have to never bake bread. Now, I've baked bread before plenty of times, but I've never grinded my own, grind nothing down to flour either. So we coming to the home stretch, y'all. Computer, how many minutes on the timer? I think she said 2 minutes. Number 2 is bigger and usually for commercial use. We about to pull these cans out, y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all what it do in a minute. I think she said, computer, how many minutes left on timer? I think she's saying she talking with a accent, so I don't know whether she's saying 10 or 2. I think she said 2 minutes. Laird, we gonna do it. Tanya Logan said, Laird, we gonna do it. Go ahead and get your can on. Don't you have to let it cool down first? Yes. Once the timer stop, we're going to cut the fire off and let the we gonna no. Hold on. There you go. Once the timer stops, we are going to we're going to let that gauge go back down. Once that gauge is flatlined, we take the weight off, let the little air seep out some more, then take it loose. So pressure canning, it take a minute. That's why, like Homestead Heart, Mama, Daughter, Sister, Granny Karma, all of them keep saying, make sure you prepared. Make sure you got your preps. That's why, you know what? I was going to sit there and show y'all me. Take that last piece of brisket and trim the fat and all that stuff. Aisha, we need to eat grass-fed beef. How would you know if it's even grass-fed though? Because you'll be going off of what they're telling you. You won't even know. They can tell you and put a label on anything and say it's grass-fed. I can put a label on my shirt and say I weigh 150 pounds. You can tell anybody anything. They can tell you, listen, I promise you this is a true story. I got a friend working in a grocery store. You know what they do sometimes? When you don't have enough of one item, they'll take that organic sign and scoot it over a little bit. Organic peppers, green peppers. And you're gonna pay an extra $2 for it because they just scooted the sign 1 foot over. You don't know what go on in these places, in these factories or nothing. That's why when I will not pay for that, say, organic or grass-fed, farm-raised, free-range chicken. You don't know. You going off the same people that you don't trust in the first place. For some reason, everybody turn around and believe them when they put up a sign. I don't understand it. I don't trust nobody unless I grow it myself and I know it myself. I don't trust nobody. They can say, oh, this cow. That's the sound I've been waiting for. Computer, cancel. She said 2 minutes, not 10 minutes. All right, let's get into it, y'all. That was the timer. Time for timer. Woo, that sound right there. That last timer mixed with the rattle. We're going to sit over here. Let's get back into it. Turn that off. Good night, sweetheart. Now we're going to watch that doggone needle drop. It take a second or two for that needle to drop. Do not mess with that weight. Leave that alone until this needle flatlines back to 0. Don't touch that. I heard a lot of people in the comment section. One day say, when do I take the weight off? Don't take that off till ain't nothing, till that needle done flatline. Or if you ain't got no gauge, until you don't hear nothing else coming out that weight. You don't hear no more seeping, not even a little peep. Let that sucker sit. If you ain't got no gauge, you waiting until you don't hear another doggone peep popping out of that doggone weight. Not even one of them little scary ones like that. It's Putin. It's nervous. Yeah, so it's like a little slow release. Some people try to, let me tell you something about this. Some people try to take this canner off the heat because they know the stove in the eye is still hot, right? So they like, oh, it'll cool down faster if I move it to an eye that ain't been on. Do you really want to pick up a bomb and try to save yourself 2 or 3 more minutes? You don't want to do that. Because if that weight pop off while you trying to move it, and that steam come up and tickle your ivory, okay, you're going to brush your teeth without a brush. You're going to have a whole new hairdo that you had no idea that you was going to have today if you keep messing with it. Part of this that I had to learn myself is just like the garden. Patience. Patience. You learn a newfound respect for canners because we hear the stories about grandma and your auntie and your uncle canning. Now we know what go into it. You have been with me for over an hour. We basically been in here for what? Over 2 hours? Canning 4 pints, which could have been more. Let's just say the pot is full. That's just one time though. That's one shot. Now grandma got to turn around and do another batch for another doggone 2 hours. And another batch. Because your grandmama and your granddaddies is farmers. So they got acreage of food that they got to store out up there. It's not scary. Let me see. Okay, that's why my Instapot be scaring me. Oh, because of the steam, yeah. Hey, Sharita J, you ain't missed nothing. It's okay. But think about it. Think about how much work went into all of that stuff they did. And then you come to the table with your ornery self say, I ain't eating that. I've been that dumb little kid. Look at all the work. And that's why they just want to break your neck in half. Because you gonna eat that, I don't care what hole it go into. This plate of food is getting inside your body one way or the other. Grandma and them used to say that, right? This food right here, this food right here, it's gonna get in you. But it's gonna be up to you on which hole it go in. Ain't nobody playing with you. You know what we did for that? To you, it look like this. It look gross. Somebody even said this look gnarly. It do. Right? That don't look like it's going on no sandwich with a cheese on it. You know what I mean? That don't look like it's ready for no cheese. She plopped that on your plate with a biscuit. You instantly in denial about everything you've just witnessed. That right there is when you like, I ain't hungry no more. Yes, you are. That's what grandma and them, you say, yes, you are. No, I'm not. I ate at my mama's house. Oh, you did? Now you gonna eat here. You maybe open that can of food, you're gonna eat again tonight. It's up to you which hole. Pick a hole, any hole. It's getting in there though. It's gonna end up in you somewhere. And you gonna wash your own plate out when we done. So that, oh, look at that needle. Yeah, that needle dropping on the floor. Scrub the ground. Come on now. Drop it low, drop it low. Scrub the ground, needle, scrub the ground. That's what we waiting on. Come on now. Come on now. Ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Yeah. Ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Boy, I'm telling you right now. Scrub the ground. We want that needle to scrub the ground. I'm waiting on it. Say, wrap it up, go see you for breakfast. Hey, look here. That's all right. I'm waiting. It's supper time or bedtime. Man, I should have been in the bed weeks ago. So I know that. Listen here, that right there. I know this sounds crazy, but me and my daughter, that's an inside joke where it's a long story. And when we hear those first notes, like the real song on the radio or on Friday, doom ba doom ba doom doom ba doom, big booty girls, jump with it, boom ba doom ba doom boom, doom ba doom ba doom boom. Boy, yeah, ain't nothing to do with your mama. That right there, that's a daddy-daughter inside joke right there. Me and my daughter was at this store. I ain't gonna blow this woman up. She might be watching me right now. I'm gonna leave that alone. And I'm leaving that alone right now. Yeah! That's my baby though, man. Me and her have a good time when we hanging out. Let me say, I'm back with you, mama. If my baby watching this right now, she in tears, I promise you. Oh my God. If Princess Leia is watching this, she in tears laughing, I promise you. Let me see. Canning can be really exhausting, especially if you're doing 3 canning sessions. Davita, look, I did 2 in a day, and I was whooped. I was done. Mad Farm, I see you. Tanya Logan led before they buy grinder. Think, I have no electricity manual. That's right. I have no electricity. Keep that in your head. What am I going to buy? Keep that in your head if I have no electricity. Thank you for that. There she grows. Y'all, they have 23 quart Presto pressure canners on Amazon now. Ordered mine last month. Came yesterday. Congratulations. Right now, getting a pressure canner is like having a baby. You know, you getting pressure canners, they want to have a reveal party for the pressure canner. You know, people, you got one for real? Yeah. It's so beautiful. You see the Amazon man or the mailman drop that on your porch? You taking pictures of it, put it on Instagram. Y'all emailing me the picture. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. He came and it was like, he said, ding dong, and there it goes, the pressure canner. Oh, I'm gonna name you Jerry. That's when you get a pressure canner these days, it's like having a baby. You might as well have a reveal party for your canner. That's how hard they are to come by. Right there. You see people out there blowing silver smoke up in the air. Boom. It's an All-American. Yeah. Yeah, man, I told you. All-American. It's a Presto. Boom. Yeah. We tripping nowadays off pressure canners. It's just as exciting. You inviting people over to watch you cook. Look, I invited y'all over into my house at 11 o'clock at night to pressure can some brisket. Hey, let's think about this. Let's say that again. I invited you, all of y'all, 500 people, into my home for the last 3 hours at 11 o'clock at night to pressure can brisket. Nothing sounds bad about that right now, does it? It sounds perfectly sane in these days and time. If I would have said that same thing to you 12 months ago, you would have thought I was foaming at the mouth. Hey, y'all, come in and watch me can some brisket around 11 o'clock-ish. Come on in. We're going to have a good time. Then we're going to grind some meat. Come on, y'all. Enjoy it. Come with me. That, a year ago, sounded insane. Look where we are. Where this is a real party. A canning party. For all of the OG canners to been canning their whole life and all the new canners to just learn how to can. And we're all relating to that together tonight. A year ago, this would have sounded like utter foolishness. And today, it's becoming the norm. So my question to you is, how much worse is it going to get before you start figuring, grinding my own meat don't sound too bad. Maybe storing up a little bit of extra water ain't so stupid. Maybe growing another fruit tree ain't so dumb. People gonna call us crazy like they already are. All of y'all family members, my family members think we're nuts. Can I get a witness? My sister came over today and was like, you crazy. I was setting up, prepping for this. You nuts. But if some stuff pop off, she gonna be asking me, can I get one of them jars of chicken dough? Just one. So I look at it like this. It's everybody's duty to be preparing and getting ready. But at the same time, everybody ain't gonna do it. So the ones of us that's a little bit more on it, we kind of gotta look out for the people that just don't get it. Even though you wanna be like, you ain't prepared, you ain't coming to get nothing. We gotta kind of look out for them, because you know what? Some people just don't get it. And maybe God just put it in your head to be a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser, to take care of the rest of the people that ain't. So, oh, it's almost scrubbing the ground. Yeah. Ain't nothing but with your mama. I went from preaching to Luke. Oh, Luke is in the Bible. Let me stop. Okay. That needle is it's almost about to read the credits, y'all. As soon as it flatline, you see my weight ain't moving no more. You don't hear nothing. All you hear, I'm going to move it up and I'm going to shut up a little bit. All you hear now is just the bubbling of the jars inside still cooking. Whatever I have, I'm going to share with my children. There you go. Share with the people that need it. I am in a cult as well because I believe the Bible outside the tradition of man. Stay vigilant, family. Okay. If that's the case, I'll barter, but use wisdom. There you go. Thank you. Use wisdom with bartering. Yes, there you go. That's me. Lid, you not gonna open it? Yeah, I'm about to open it right now. See, you gotta wait. You gotta wait till that flat line. Now, I can't tell you what happened if you don't. All I know is people that have been canning for 40 years say, don't you open that yet. We're literally, that's almost when that needle hit the knuckle, I'm going to remove this weight and we're going to open this can tonight. Right. Thank you, Victoria. Follow them lessons. I'm new. I ain't cutting no corners. The only corner I cut tonight was that stupid funnel. I only use that funnel when I'm dealing with liquids and jellies and jams and delicious. Okay, Stephen Lewis, don't worry. Okay. I missed something. All right, let's leave that alone. Hey, Stephen, that's enough. Let's leave that alone. Both your and Aisha, we gonna stop. We gonna let that go. We gonna let it go. Corner cutters get cut. That's right. I ain't cutting no corners. Not on this. That's like saying if you got a gun, it's a 9mm, but all you got is 40 caliber bullets. You gonna try to do that? You gonna try to make that work? You gonna blow your whole arm off. Just do it the way it's supposed to be done. Me, when I'm doing something or learning something, I like to learn it the right way. Learn you the right way, stroke. Boy, for safety first, right. Learn it the right way. Johnny Gill sang it. This is a freaking bomb. We need to get that now. It ain't scary, but let's be for real. The reason this is called a pressure canner. These tighten down to keep this lid on so it doesn't go through my roof. What model number is that All-American? This is the 921. This was my favorite. I got the 930, and that's just for outdoor use only. It's entirely too big. That 930 come up to here on my stovetop. It is literally this freaking tall. I cooked with it one time on here, and trust me, it's dangerous to try to cook with that 930 on this countertop. So let's do it, y'all. It's on and popping now. On and popping. Here go, I got one of them cookie grates. Let me back up a little bit. This is just a cookie sheet that you put stuff on to cool your cookies off. I bought these not for no cookies. I bought these for my candy. So I'm gonna put that to the side. We done. It's a wrap. Y'all ready? All right, let's get it popping. I'm gonna remove my weight. We done flatlined. Y'all ready? Say 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Thank you, Erica the stylist. Let's go. See that little bit of air left? Listen. Hear it? Nothing. That's what you want to hear. Nothing. You don't want to hear anything. Flat line. Take that weight off. See that? You don't see no more juices bubbling out the top. Nothing. See that one little drop of water right there? I even moved that out the way just to be sure. Nothing. All right. Let's get her done. All right, y'all. Let me crank y'all up a little bit. Bring you down. Bring you down to crank you up. Open her up. I want to get y'all close so you can look inside with me. No, this ain't the 930. This, somebody said, what? It says model 930. This is not the 930. Damn, it is the 930. What? Oh, no. No, I'm tripping. Y'all got me tripping. It's late. This is the 930 lid. It's the same as the 921. Whoo, you scared me. I'm like, man, I must drink too much wine. No, this is the lid for the 930. It's identical to the lid on the 921. Whew. All right, let's get this over with. Thank you for that too. Because I had them both out, using them both. Okay, so we just gonna loosen them just a little bit, okay? You just gonna break it a little bit, break it loose. Keep your face away from here. Break it loose. Y'all with me? All right. Let's get it all the way done now. It's a wrap, family. It's a wrap. All right. Let me get my mitt. Because this is going to get a little heated discussion popping off. All right. Oh, crap. My battery about to die. All right, y'all ready? I had to bring Saki in here to help me. Okay, here we go. Breaking loose. Twist the top one way, bottom the other way. This the part to get scary, because if you use that olive oil and stuff, your top just don't open right. Okay, slide it to the side. Now, I'm going to open it from the back. Hit it from the back. Let me shut up. Let me get a knife to kind of Loosen it up a little bit because it's still kind of hot and I don't want none of this steam popping off on me. Okay, y'all with me? Y'all with me? Let that steam go that way. And there go our brand new food. I'm gonna put my lid. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, man. All right. Now I'm gonna show y'all right now what we looking like. Can y'all see them bubbling? Beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful is true. Oh my God, you know I'm sleepy. When I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'll never be with you. All right, da 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 da. They is going to cancel this video. All right, we just gonna take these out and we gonna get a good look at them. Get your clampers. Boom. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna set it on the grate. And I'm gonna show y'all one other thing too. Boom. Brisket, baby. Straight brisket. We did that together. Now I can tell that this is the salt and pepper. That's just the salt. Because these other ones, I think, got that goo in it. They're a little darker. Yeah, that's a salt one. Can y'all see that bubbling? Now I'm going to bring y'all over here so y'all can really get a look at it, okay? Hold on, I'm going to bring you downstairs a little bit. I'm almost done, babe. I know you looking like, thought you was coming to bed. We've been having a good time, though. Y'all see that? This is what you're going to expect. And it's going to bubble like that for about a good 40 minutes, 30 minutes or so. While those, and then later, you're going to start hearing those ping. I'm not going to hear them because I'm going to bed. But they're going to do that for a long time. Usually you can leave those in the pot. You don't have to take them out right away so they can acclimate inside the pot. But I'm only doing this so I can show you guys what to expect. Kay says just for a couple hours. Was wondering where, hey, babe, they said they was wondering where you was at.
I was trying to sleep.
She said she was trying to sleep, but I know my big mouth. Do you cover them? No, that I don't do nothing else from this point. I'm gonna let them seal overnight and let them cool down naturally. And that's it. I'm gonna take those rings off once they cool down, and then I'm gonna put a date on them, and I'm gonna put them on a shelf. Canned brisket. I'm gonna call it greenhouse brisket. You just pushing me out the way. Love, exciting and new.
Quit singing in my ear.
Come aboard. We're expecting you and love. Life's sweetest reward is that open smile. You hear that popping?
Do the whisper song so they can hear it pop.
I already said try to do the whisper song to him.
Oh,
Too late. For a friendly shore, the love boat Soon we'll be making another run. The Love
Oh my
Boat,
goodness.
promising something for everyone. There's a course for adventure. Your mind wants a new romance. Let me stop. I'm clowning. Okay, I'm doing this weekend. I'm telling you, y'all, it's this easy. Trust and believe. It's this easy. Okay, and yeah, why do I know the words to that? I ain't watched the episode of that probably in 30 years. Yeah, you was right. Lady Leah came down at me. She came down. Wait till she find out on go. Yeah, man. That 921, let's talk about it. I'm gonna let y'all keep continuing to watch this. You hear it popping? You hear it pinging? Pow! Like pop rocks. The 921 so far is my all-time favorite. 921 and the 925 is my favorite. For my stove and for my setup, it's like I don't want it too big because I promise you the 930 is a beast. The real 930 is a beast. Do y'all want to see the 930 next to the 921? The difference in size? Would y'all want to see that? Because it take me 2 seconds. It's right in the next room. Say, about canning and in an Instapot. I don't have an Instapot. Oh, you should smell it. It's amazing. So this is what I'm gonna do since everybody's saying yes. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you the difference between a 930 and a 925. It's such a stark difference that this will help you make a decision, okay, on your purchase. It'll definitely help you make a good decision. So hold on, let me move this pot out the way so I can give you enough room. Let me scoot this over. Hold on. All right. Now this gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna back up a little bit and I'm gonna show you that's the 921. I'm gonna even put the lid on it because I want it to be fair. I want it to be a fair fight. Fair fight. Okay. See, can y'all see that whole thing? Let me just raise it up a little bit. That's the 9. Ooh, that was my last ping. Nope, I got one more ping left. That's the 921. This is the 930. Ooh. That's the 930. I gotta back all the way up. The 930, see how I cannot open this safely once I let off the screws and have to turn this. How you gonna pick this up? How you gonna get the jars out of that because of this fan? That's the only reason why I say for me, I definitely gotta go with the 925 or the 921. My 930 right now is out of commission and it's for outdoor use only, especially until I get my kitchen remodeled. Now, Essie the homesteader, she does her pressure canning and her stove is on her island, her centerpiece island, which I wish mine was because she got all the space in the world. That's what I want. But that just gives you an idea, family, of if you don't have the space for this 930, matter of fact, I think I got a tape measure somewhere over here. If you don't have the room, I must got it upstairs somewhere. If you don't have the room for that 930, you want to rethink it, okay? This thing is freaking huge. It's huge. I have the 915, no room for either of those. That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Long as you can. Folks, those are heavy and thick metal. And that's the other thing. Thank you, Dagny, Target. Let me tell you something. They heavy as all get out. They are heavy, especially when you put your 3 inches of water in the bottom and then you fill them up with the cans. Oh my God, they are really heavy. If you fill that 930 up, I think it take like about, let's just say 20 freaking, no. We gonna just say, just for giggles, let's just say 16 quarts. I know it's more than that. I measured it before, but it's been a while. Just imagine 16 quarts of food, how heavy that is, on top of 3 inches of water, on top of the weight of this canner. I did a whole video on showing y'all the weight of these canners. That mug is ridiculously heavy. So if your stove can't even handle it, you in some trouble. Good night, 2%. So you guys, let's get back over here, and I'm gonna show y'all before we go one more peek at what we got popping off. We all did this together here in the greenhouse lounge. We all just canned that damn brisket. We made that brisket cry home to their mama. Bring this down some eyeball level. Is there any questions before I go that I can answer or direct you to one of the pros? Anybody? Look at that. And y'all talking about some, it's not, remember this. Okay, I gotta look you in the eye when I say this. Do you remember y'all was like, some of the people was like, it's not enough juice in there. It's not enough juice. It's not enough juice. I said, see there? That made its own gravy, just like that old dog food back in the day. Oh my God, just add water. It makes its own gravy. There you go. And I told you, it's going to bubble like that for an hour or two. Say, when is dinner? We're going to open one of these cans up and we're going to taste and see if it was able to tenderize that brisket, because brisket is tough. Uncle Les, sell me a jar, pretty please. I want you to be able to can yourself. That's what it was, Gravy Train. But yes, I want you to learn how to can yourself. So you would never have to ask another person, can you buy a can of meat from them ever again? Where do I buy cans? Jars, anywhere you can. I can't tell you one specific place. I've been buying them all over the place. Anywhere I can buy them. Let me see. Schoolwork, no. You raw pack it. It cooks when it's being canned. Right. While it's being canned, it's in there pressure cooking. That's why you got to have the proper jars. You just can't just go pick up no old mayonnaise jar and throw up in there. It got to be a proper certified canning jar, because you're literally cooking inside that jar. Yep, you can actually really truly put a turkey in this pressure canner. And they have videos on YouTube of people just throwing a whole turkey down in this pressure canner. It comes out looking pretty gross, but it works. Do you cook it for less time in a hot pack? Nope. It's always the same. 95 minutes for quarts and 75 minutes for pints in my area, in my elevation. Walmart, Target, and Kroger stores soon. V Solo said, I'm about to search for more ball jars before turning in. Dagny Target says, used jars are good unless damaged. Yard sales, thrift stores, you got to look around. That's right. I told they're going to bubble like that for a while. So any questions? Oh, Kirk Davis says, can I do the same? Can I do this? Can I do some smoked brisket in there? If you got some meat, let me move out this. Let me go sit down. If you got some meat that's already been cooked and then you can it, you're gonna have a can of mush. So I would advise against that unless the pros know any better, because you're re-cooking the food when you can it. You're literally re-cooking it. So I would say nah. I got fibromyalgia, can't lift either on. I have to use the electric one. Okay, I've never seen the electric one. Said Target has jars now. Truth, love, and light. Joy said, don't forget to get that meat off the floor. Thank you. Thank you. I'm surprised she didn't see that and clown me. How do you figure out the right pressure gauge for your area? It's online. You can Google it. Your local extension. You Google it. And here's the other thing too. Read your book. This will be your only manual. I know you own all kind of stuff, flat screen TVs, not VCRs. You know what I'm saying. iPads and everything. Nobody ever reads the directions. Get you a ball canning book and get whatever pressure cooker you buy, pressure canner rather, whatever pressure canner you buy. Read the directions for real. Don't skim through that book. That's one book, don't skim through. I'ma say that. If you're gonna skim through it, it's best you don't even do it. Because the stuff in there is for safety measures. I know I said VCR. You see how old I am. Have not seen the earlier video. I missed something. Oh, probably from today. Yeah, man, we've been doing this literally all day. How long a jar will last once opened? How long a jar will last once opened? A jar of food is food. It's gonna spoil. It depends on what you got in there. I've canned smoked turkey leftovers for soup. Work plan to use smoked. Oh, well, that's the first time for me. All right. Now I know. See, I'm here to learn. I am not teaching you nothing. I'm learning. I'm a student. Chris McDonald, can you can seafood? I got 36 quarts of Amish. I got 36 quarts from an Amish. I said, you got 36 quarts of an Amish, man. I'm tired. I got 36 quarts from Amish friend for $6. That's a good deal. I still have an answering machine. I do too. And a landline phone. But that's for my beekeeping business anyway. No audio. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Okay, because my battery about to die. We going to get out of here, okay? Everybody have a wonderful night, and it's been a blast. This whole day hanging out with y'all been a blast. So before my phone cut off and make this video weird, everybody, guava, have a wonderful night. Go get some rest. Go learn how to can your food. Go check out Mama, Daughter, Sister, Homestead Heart, Granny Karma, Grow Family Network, Ession's Family Garden, The Sapper Gardener. Y'all go check them people out because we're about to start all talking about survival, survival, survival. All right? Everybody have a wonderful night. Live Farm 73. I love you and thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight because I didn't feel like doing it by myself. Thank you so much. I'm about to go get this meat off the floor before she kill me. I love y'all. Have a nice night. All right. See you later.